discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, this video is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering you a free audiobook with a 30-day free trial membership. All you need to do is go to audibletrial.com/BGUnlocked. The link is in the description below, and now enjoy the video. Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and today we are playing Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition, which you might be like, wait a minute, didn't you already do this? We did, and that was at least,
14 years ago, approximately.
No, it was at the duplex, so it was.
Yeah, I want to say we recorded it. Well, I don't know if you recorded it when you played with me that first time. No,
no.
You were just. I think
that
was one of the first nights I was over, and you were like, "Mansions of Madness, what a great introductory game."
Let's see. Yeah, I think I just like gateway games are just out the window when I teach people. I'm just like, what? Here's Twilight. Here's Tricarion.
Would you like to be overwhelmed?
I don't know. I loved it, so thusly I have purchased everything.
Exactly.
Except
the latest expansion.
Yeah.
No, it's been about 2 years. A lot of stuff has come out. The channel name has changed. The way I record is different as well. So I figured
medical records have changed.
We're now married.
Your VIN number has changed.
Yeah. So my VIN number for my car.
Oh, it has.
Oh, it has.
Fight me about it.
I have a new car. So yeah, we have a dog. Devin is in our lives now, so...
He's in our... We finally accepted him as one of our...
He wasn't in our lives when we last recorded this, so... yeah. And we love you, Devin. You're like, thanks.
Thank you. I'm flattered.
I don't want to play.
Should I buy you flowers?
Alright, so we are going to be doing Murder on the Stargazer Majestic.
Is that a boat or a starship?
It is a boat. Oh. How much you want to bet the next expansion is in space? They just do some weird... Actually, I would really like in Otherworld expansion, like you're actually in the other worlds, like...
That would be better than space.
That would be very...
That seems more likely than space.
Yeah. I don't know why...
Well, if they're keeping... I was just making a joke because it said star or something.
They had a new character like Neil Armstrong. You're like on the moon.
Yeah.
No, well, actually, funny enough, there is a... I think a dream state where you go to, you're on the moon, but it's a dream other world. So they could definitely pull that, but I know there's a game called Shadows of Brimstone, which is like Western Cthulhu, and they have, it's a Western period, so you're all Western people.
Okay.
But you can go into these portals and then go into, you're alright?
Yeah.
Go into other worlds. And they have an expansion that's like a derelict ship, so so it's kind of neat, but in that setting, because it's definitely real fantasy, so it's like you just imagine this Western guy with a revolver on like a spaceship.
Oh, right on.
So it's pretty cool. Shadows of Brimstone, it's all right. I mean, it's a cool theme Western in Cthulhu, but yeah, it's okay. Anyway, a brutal murder begins an ancient ritual aboard the Stargazer Majestic. With an unnatural storm brewing around the luxury dirigible, you must discover the murder before the fabric of reality unravels. What? Quick, babe, what's a dirigible mean?
I was going to say it's a flying airship.
No.
It's a dirigible.
Select investigators. So we got...
Wrong.
We got Diana.
Say that again?
Diana. Diana. It's Diana Stanley. My ability is, if you would suffer 2 or more horror, suffer 1 fewer horror instead. Don't see that helping out too much. But I'm actually not too bad. 3 strength, 4 agility, 4 observation, 5 lore, influence, 3 and 2 will. Not very willful. So, backstory. Story so far. As a new business owner in Arkham, Diana Stanley was proud to be initiated into the prestigious Order of the Silver Twilight Lodge. Her admittance into the Order was fantastic for business, but the meeting soon turned darker. Witnessing a strange ritual under the full moon, Diana became suspicious of the Order's true nature. Now she is convinced that there are terrible forces converging on Arkham, and the Lodge is somehow involved. Wow, what a surprise. A cult lodge is into deep dark shit.
Insert Pikachu.
Is that wine?
Maybe.
You gave me shit about fucking Bang.
The only difference is that I drink excessively.
Anyway.
But I'll sleep tonight.
That's fair. To keep the Order of the Silver Twilight Lodge from completing their ultimate plan, Diana Stanley was resolved to take them down from the inside, regardless of the cost. Personal danger means nothing when faced with the chance at redemption. You joined a cult! Oh, the Reformed Church, that's right. I forgot that was her thing.
But that lore, though.
Yep, I'm gonna be the spell person.
You carry a knife.
Yep.
I guess I'll go next.
Yeah.
I am Carolyn Fern, the psychologist. My unique ability, me or another investigator within range flip one horror face down, or discard one face down horror, so I'm the psychological healer. I'm like, tell me more about how that tentacle clasped your ankle and drug you towards it, across 2 yards there.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Great. Didn't you feel better for telling me? Anyway. Super willful at
I'm assuming since you're a nurse, you actually don't believe in psychiatrists.
No, I mean, you need that. Sometimes
Right.
people need to talk about this.
For sure.
And they know the more therapeutic strategies.
They're like, yep, here is your...
Here's some Vicodin. I don't
yeah,
fuck. I don't give a shit.
Thank you, that was $600.
Yeah, government won't let us do that no more.
Oh, you're having mild back pain? Would you like
What's your backstory?
Oh!
The story so far?
Carolyn Fern dwells in the minds of others using a complex form of hypnosis. She studies the psychology of her patients through their dreams. Through this practice, she has seen and heard many disturbing things, but nothing prepared her for her most recent patient, Malachi. Following
Malachi.
Following one of their more
Not Malachi!
vivid and troublesome.
Wait, it could be Malachi?
You win this one.
I like
You win this
Malachi.
one, Seth. I remember there's like a number of things. It's like, Seth, what are you saying? Macabre, what the fuck, macabre? He's got me now.
Malachi, that's right.
Malachi, that makes more sense. Malachi. Well, okay, here's the thing about names. Okay, they don't follow the normal grammar rules that most of our language tends to follow. Okay, so, if you sound it out like you're always taught, it's like Malachi. Malachi. No, there's no like E to indicate more emphasis on a particular letter, where then you sound out the letter's name, like, Malachi. And then it's like a K sound, like K. It's Ch. C-H, Ch. It makes no fucking sense.
I was like, that's very fucking ominous. What a name.
Malachi. Is that really how it's spelled?
M-A-L-A-C-H-I?
Okay, well, I am officially
And the reason why I know that is because if we ever have a son, that's what I want to name him.
Alright.
Children of the Corn!
Yeah, no.
There you go, alright.
No,
You got me.
What was the other one? Mechanicker. And I'm like, you mean mechanicer?
Mechanicer? Well, it was still like a nonsense word. It could be whatever.
Malachi.
Following one of their more vivid and troublesome discussions of his dreams, Malachi was brutally murdered. As if that were not terrible enough, he was murdered with an ornate knife that he had described in one of his dreams. After hearing this news, Carolyn began reviewing her old notes concerning Malachi, anxious to find some kind of clue as to who he really was. Her research has led her from one bizarre case to another, and yet she seems no closer to understanding why Malachi was murdered.
What a
Alright.
fool.
She looks through her notes. He kept bringing up that he was about to be murdered. Alright, who you got?
I'm telling you, it's not a dream. I'm off-brand Jason Momoa.
Oh, that's in here.
Off-brand,
Off-brand Jason Momoa.
Great value Momoa. I'm Silas Marsh. I'm a sailor, which doesn't help us in the sky. Silas.
We're not in the sky. We're on a boat. We are on a ship.
We said-
in the bottle of
I was kidding. We're not actually in.
We're not on a dirigible?
It was diligible.
No, dirigible is a different
Dirigible.
word.
Oh.
Dirigible.
Well- Oh, well, what are the words?
Dirigible.
No, we're on a. I think we are on a boat.
Dirigible.
I'm on a boat.
I need to know what.
Capable of being steered.
All right.
Oh, just this kid.
Yep, so that's it.
Yep.
I'm gonna kill myself. My phone's in the other room. Silas Marsh has loved the sea ever since he was old enough to. It's gonna go weird. To toddle through its briny shallows. Becoming a sailor was the easiest decision he ever made, and his sturdy frame and good sense for the weather gave him good reputation aboard any vessel. This was only one thing troubling Silas. There was only one thing troubling Silas. Over and over again, he dreamed of the unsettling cities hidden beneath the waves inhabited by bizarre creatures. These dreams called to him, stirring something deep within him that he thought had left behind. Wait, what? I was like, wait a second, I think I had a stroke. Deep within him that he thought he had left behind him in his hometown of Innsmouth.
Oh shit, you're from Innsmouth?
Yeah.
We are so screwed.
Innsmouth? You
Oh, I
fucking
fell.
plebeian, you fake thing.
The knife can fit in my...
And it fell out in
Yeah.
your ear? You stuck the knife in your ear and then it
Yeah.
fell out?
Yeah, like,
So you
see?
can gauge your ear? That's great.
Isn't that cool?
That's great.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that. I think I'm gonna gauge my ear. Alright. We begin with... well, everyone gets a clue.
Neat.
But I get 3, it's because I'm Silas.
I already got you. We start... Oh, well, Mists of Relay. Here, hand me half those cards. Because it'll just be...
No magics?
Yeah, the spells.
Spells?
It'll just be quicker. The Mist of Relay, which I'll just probably pull this near me since I will be going through those. So we start with that. We start with a 41 Derringer.
What else?
Jeez. A Flask.
41 Derringer, a flask.
Is that what you
Are
said?
were these alphabetical?
Yep.
Where's the numbers at then?
Should be at the very beginning.
Oh.
Are they not?
Lucky.
Well, shit.
There, 41 Derringer and
okay.
flask.
Flask. Are they not alphabetized?
Oh, I think I just.
I'm like, that bums me out because I know I alphabetized them.
Flask!
A Sensible Shoes
Sensible shoes!
and Sturdy Luggage.
Sturdy luggage.
You smell like you were just completely wasted.
Nope, you smell.
Like you were just gone.
Sensible shoes, and what was the last one?
Sturdy Luggage.
Sturdy. Well, sturdy this place.
Okay, so.
Sturdy luggage.
Alright. So what do we got? The 41 Derringer uses...
You're agile. Guns work with agility really well.
Am I agile? I am agile, yeah.
Yeah, you have a 5 of just, so give her the gun. There you go.
Who's strong?
Pretty.
I have a 3
I'm
strength.
also strong.
So you're taking the spell, I take it?
Yeah.
Is it an attack spell or is it a...
If you would resolve an evade check, you may flip this card instead, so no.
Oh.
Looks like it prevents me from getting hurt.
Okay. So we've got improve will. You've got shitty will.
I do have shitty will. Awesome.
Roll an additional die while resolving an agility test. I've got crappy agility. I'm going to take the shoes.
Okay. And then you and I have...
Luggage is a heavy, so one of us gets a sturdy luggage to hit.
You can go ahead and take it.
Okay.
Yeah, so Cat gets a gun, and alright. Continue setup. Loading! From even the greatest of horrors, irony is seldom absent. Sometimes it enters directly into the composition of the events, while sometimes it relates only to their fortuitous position among persons and places. Begin scenario.
You're traveling aboard the dirigible airship Stargazer Majestic.
It's an airship?
I fucking told you.
That was a boat.
While playing cards on the bridge with your old friend, Captain Pike, a cry of alarm sounds from the gondola below. Insisting that you remain, the captain darts away to investigate. Outside, dark clouds gather, and light rain begins to pelt the hull. Unnatural black lightning bolts crack in the distance, and you can't help but feel a dark presence looming in the storm.
Let me see that
When
gun.
Captain Pike returns, the colour is drained from his face. He explains that a passenger has been murdered in an occult ceremony. The captain pleads for your help in the investigation of both the murder and the ritual. Whatever dark force is at work, it must be stopped.
Okay, so I'm going to do something real quick. I forgot I can actually record on my phone.
Ooh.
So I will record the app being used. Because I did this for the Journeys in Middle-earth.
Oh, badass.
It was really neat.
Is that through the app or a different app?
It's something the iPhone can do.
Mhm.
You just install it and it records your screen.
Mm.
And then...
iPhone.
So...
Just have to record their screens.
Yes. As you descend from the bridge, you notice that breakfast has recently been served and people are being poisoned. No, and people are going about their
Waffles!
daily routine, despite the morning's sinister affair. Place the viewing room 1 Viewing room 2 and viewing room 3 in tiles is indicated. It is a narrow.
Oh.
So viewing room 1, 2, and 3.
Well, actually, some of them, one might be actually a bigger one like that. Let's see. I really should. If you're, it might also help if you are looking for.
What's the symbol?
It's a train.
Oh. Like it looks.
I like turtles.
Toy totals. Viewing room.
Train. Oh man, that was.
Can I just point out the fact that it was a flying airship and I said it was?
I am very surprised that.
That I know that?
Did you say you said
Viewing room 1.
You said spaceship.
No, I was joking about a
Viewing room
spaceship.
3.
But then you said it was a ritual,
And viewing room 2.
and I said, well, I'm glad I didn't have it.
I think I'm just gonna keep these separate because I'm assuming we're gonna be using a lot of those.
Yeah. All right, so let's turn that down a little bit.
No, crank it.
Oops. Oopsie.
I don't
Let's
hear
see.
any.
So we're gonna put it like that, and then viewing room 2 is like this.
Do you think this is how I walk around on the ship too, just shirtless with a harpoon?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You have all the ladies, just ready to sit on your face, and some men.
Do you think they named this ship in hyphens? Or like in parentheses, they were like the Titanic too? This fucking gets going down.
Okay. Standing on the observation deck, you take in the large windows of the room. We start here.
All together in that one space?
They're like, someone was murdered by a ritual, and I'm like in my dark hood, just like, check.
Not till after
Yikes.
my coffee, thank you.
Okay. You pull out a worn notepad that has served you well over the years. Any important information regarding suspects and gathered evidence will be recorded here. Captain Pike has provided you with a brief description of the passengers and crew members, along with their cabin numbers or role aboard the ship. An investigator gains the incriminating evidence unique item. Any investigator may review the collected evidence by interacting with it in the app.
Which evidence?
Incriminating evidence.
Incriminating.
Gotcha, bitch!
How incriminating?
Who wants to hold on to it? We can give it to Silas. I don't think Silas will ever get his ass kicked.
Depends, because we're doing...
But it also helps because in case you're the murderer, we know you can't read.
Oh, maybe it's best to go give it to the lower foot person because usually they have to use it in like some final
That's true.
conversion.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, like, in case we have to make a lot of lore checks throughout this, since it was killed by
Yeah.
an occult.
So, yay me, what's your lore?
Probably
2! That's fair.
I mean, it's either that or like observation or some shit. Like some
I have
final
observation
check.
4
Mine's
as
4,
well.
but yeah, but you're stacked.
The captain mentioned that the body of the victim, William Rushford, was found by another passenger, Fred Cooper, in the chapel. Fred did it. While he was hesitant to do so, he reminded you that nobody aboard should escape suspicion, not even members of his crew. Alrighty, so, Baba Booey. To ensure that the suspect cannot take control of the airship, you encourage Captain Pike to lock himself on the bridge. When you are ready to make an accusation, he has asked that you contact him using the ship intercom, located on the observation deck. You locate it quickly, but note that several wires have been pulled out, perhaps indicating some form of sabotage. Ooh. Right there. Yeah, the storm is much more noticeable through the observation windows that surround the room. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and the sensation puts you on edge. Alright, I knew there were going to be a lot of people. God. Looking for a blue circle founder. Placing people suck, because it's like, is this person, like, where does this vaguely white looking guy go? Okay, is this even the right one? And okay, I guess he goes here. We're just gonna say that that's who we need to talk to. Ooh, yeah, right there. Near the port side windows, a young stewardess is scrubbing away at the floor, dry tears streaking her face. This is Ethel Gibbs, a crew member aboard the Stargazer Majestic. Okay.
No, we got more people.
Oh yeah.
Hell.
Oh yeah, we need
Here's
a...
one with a train symbol.
Oh. That's not who I need. I need a... It's going to be a red border. So, not them. Not them. Not them. Red. No, it'll actually be a person. It'll be a very strong-looking Asian man. Yeah. God, there's like no way to organize these.
Right.
Is that him? No, he is a strong-looking Asian man, but it's not that Asian man. Red border. This guy. Boom! A very well-dressed man is gazing out the front observation deck window, occasionally drawing on a cigar. This is Arthur Holloway III, a first-class passenger. Question mark.
Here's a few others.
Sweet. Question mark there. A breakfast table stands off to one side of the room.
Just got a big pile. The one with the train symbol on it.
Yeah, that might be it. A clipboard with a stack of papers has been left on the table.
I think that's about it.
And boom. An open envelope rests on one of the tables with a letter sticking out from it. A door provides crew members direct access between the crew office and the observation deck. Lots of, Yep. A large set of double doors leads to the rest of the dirigible. Investigate the murder, gather evidence, and contact the captain to make an accusation.
I'd like to accuse.
Yep, I think it's the first class passenger.
Got him.
Alright. That'd be so funny if we just went, hey, we know who it is. Okay.
So we're good to go.
Yep. We can go in any order.
Alrighty.
Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and I'm gonna get shit started by finishing my morning by drinking my flask. I'm gonna improve my will.
We're
Aha!
all standing around you and we're like, we were drinking coffee.
I'm like, listen, I had a long night of murdering people. Okay, I think I deserve this.
I lift up my eye patch.
It's 2 actions, right? Yep. And you know what?
I'll inconspicuously slink away.
And then I will fucking moonwalk this way. Let's see. I will move twice. I'll get over here. I'll deal with the first class passenger in that area. So that was my turn. Drink my flask and heat on over there.
Okay. I'm gonna scribble on over to this. What was this, Chica?
Her name was Bethany Gibbs. That's not true at all. Ethel Gibbs. Okay, I was actually right on the last name.
I'm gonna talk to Ethel.
Ethel Gibbs is on her hands and knees scrubbing the observation floor, dried tears streaking her face. You can ask, is everything okay? You can ask, would you like a quick suck? Or have you been working on the observation deck all morning?
Let's see here. So he was murdered on the observation deck?
I think he was just murdered in some place.
I'll ask that.
Yeah,
Have you been here all
he's
morning?
probably murdered exactly where she's cleaning.
Wiping her eyes, she looks up at you. Yes, I was here to serve breakfast. We were not very busy. Only 3 people came to get food. That man over there. She points over to Arthur Holloway III. The strange bearded fellow in the coach cabin, and Doc Fisher. She introduced herself to me. She introduced herself to me last night. So you never left the observation deck?
Mm-hmm.
Is the only option. Ethel looks down as she fidgets with her hands, clearly guilty. I did leave to take food to Officer Butler. I know I was not supposed to leave my duties, but when he did not show up at the usual time, I figured he was too busy, so I brought his food to the office. Tears well up in her eyes. When I went to the office, he was not there. I do not know where he was, but I'm afraid it makes him look suspicious. Please, I know he did not kill that man. You must not think it was him.
It's totally
Yeah, let's fucking detective murder, a modern crime board game this.
First thing you hear, it's them. Them. You got him.
The incriminating evidence has been updated. Alright, your turn.
But bam! I'm gonna look at.
So, Officer What's-His-Face
Officer-
was not in his room
He was
at
not.
the time of the murder.
Nope, but apparently he has this sexy Ethel Gibbs to vouch for him. You know how, I mean, she's a maid. Quit yelling! It's like freak out. You want to take a good old gander at that? A set of ornate double doors leads to the rest of the dirigible. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. The main hallway leads away from the observation deck and serves as the hub for crew and passenger sections of the ship. Exhibit 1.
Exhibit hall?
Yep, the exhibit hall is not a... It's going to be a orb-looking thing. It actually has a bear statue in it, so that would be more noticeable than Then that. And so none of those.
And it's got those sick ass fucking tiles.
Yeah, it looks like, unless you find it real quick, Devin might have it.
I'll probably do somewhere.
We already made quite a mess. Place the dog token as indicated. Okay.
No,
It's kind of got that white and green tile look to it.
Yeah, the ugly ass
Yeah.
checkered pattern tile.
There.
If I went into anyone's house and they had that, I'd slap them in the mouth.
They like only
Okay.
I guess if it was one
your
of the
log cabin.
And then place a door tile as indicated. So
Some people like that.
yeah, well, some people also have mental issues. Okay. Several doors are marked as crew only, but you will have access to them during the investigation.
Because I'm clearly an investigator.
Okay, so we have crew only, crew only, crew only. Oh, a single door leads to the passenger area of the ship. God. Also down the hall stands a door that has been thrown open.
Jesus.
A soft light coming from within. This is the ship's chapel where the victim was discovered earlier this morning.
Ew.
Hell yeah! There appear to be some kind of markings on the floor. It's just straight up blood and claw marks from being drug in there. You may now move one space into the explored room. Okay.
So could I still move in here?
You could. That would be the end of your turn.
That's fine.
Okay. Alright. And our investigator. I'll do Miss Overlay.
What star rating is this?
I did not check.
Oh.
I was looking at the time. The time is 90 to 120 minutes.
Well, that's unacceptable. I'd like to leave.
A deep thunder reverberates throughout the gondola, clouds starting to envelop the ship. Their unnatural black cloud color rapidly eclipsing any natural light, plunging everything into shadow. Alright, that was it. No immediate effect. We're just like... have you ever been on a plane?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't?
Have you ever been on a dirigible set?
Yes.
It's nothing like a plane.
Well, I've been on a plane, and turbulence is terrifying, just so you know.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it really shouldn't be. Like, you should really just be like, yep. Like, if the plane's going down, it's like, alright, that's not... I mean, it really is out of your control. If people are going to be like, hey, have a safe flight, it's like, well, I mean, I hope so, but it's not really up to me. Ugh.
Not my problem anymore.
Shake your neighbor's hand. Alright, have a good
I
night.
think you... alright. Well, you know what, let's just get some more information. I just sneak up behind him in my hood. Hello, Anthony Holloway. Arthur Holloway looks pensively out the window, his suit immaculately pressed. Have you been here all morning? You think I did this? Ha! This is rich. He turns away from the window to stare at you. Do you know what the problem is with people like you? You stick your nose where it does not belong. He takes a long draw on his cigar, then exhales slowly in your direction. I was in my cabin most of the morning. I only left it to take breakfast and enjoy the view. Thank you for ruining both. You are welcome.
We're just gonna finger him and just not even care.
It's like, well, he didn't do it, yeah, but he kind of did something. So
Just walk by with a plate of ketchup and
You don't know
accidentally spill it on them.
you don't know if he's guilty. Everyone's guilty of something.
Or what
You're
if he
guilty of having extremely kissable lips.
What if he was just like, that's rich, but not as rich as me?
And as rich as my asshole. So he said thank you for ruining both, and I said you are welcome.
And then he's
I imagine Deanna Stanley doesn't take no shit. So, Arthur Holloway III glares at you, his face turning crimson. You think you are smart, do you? His voice becomes a low growl. I assure you, I am not a man you want as an enemy. As he turns away, you notice a heavy ring emblazoned with an occult emblem on it.
Shit.
Fucker, I'm in the cult. Like, I fucking know you. That was my turn.
Do you like to hang out in chapels and murder people? What's up, man?
Kind of. Wait.
Oh, did I incriminate myself? I'll look at the thing in MySpace.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
The markings are some kind of scuff mark, perhaps made by someone's shoes. You dismiss it as common wear. As you turn away, you notice a small item amongst the alcoves. Gain the Moon Potion common item.
Moon Potion common item!
You got it. You gotta be on top of that, Devin. You got Moon Potion, bam, here it is.
I'm ready.
I don't
I'm
get it.
ready.
Are they really not alphabetized?
No, they are.
Oh, okay.
All
Alright.
They was just like, they were like,
Oh, I
tight
see.
in Moon Potion.
Sweet. What does it do?
It as an action, it improves. What's your hint?
Influence.
Then I discard it.
All right.
So,
So you can, I mean, if you want, you can just do that and get an improved influence, or you can do something else.
yeah, no, I'll do it. Just
You're just like, oh, what's this? You just drink it. There you go.
because I know when I'll need it, I will do it.
All right, that was Kat's turn.
I. Speaking to the lady, I guess I
I
can.
think you can still talk to her if you want to. Yeah, you can ask her if everything's okay, but I mean, you already know that she's like wet for for Officer Butler.
Dude, I bet she killed him. Mr. Butler said something.
Well, they're all in on it. Captain, everyone's an occultist.
You gotta drive this thing into a fucking mountain.
Even me.
Dude.
I guess I'll wiggle on up here, and I'll just take a different.
Well, just so you know, I mean, in case I think you were looking through stuff. There's an open envelope here,
Oh,
just in case. There's also a clipboard. What is wrong with me? A clipboard with a stack of papers on that table, and then also I'm dying a breakfast buffet, which
Well, it's because you're drinking them bang and they're bad for you.
I'm pretty sure they're like really good for
They'll
you.
make you have heart attacks.
yeah. You know what? I've been bitten in the ass by not inspecting these enough, so we'll do that.
You want to do the clipboard?
Yeah, we'll check.
Okay. Search. Picking up the clipboard, you notice that the papers are all complaints filed by former passengers. The captain must have left this here in haste. Each of the pages details items that disappeared from cabins during previous trips. They go on to list the missing items, several very valuable, and the approximate time frame they went missing. As you return the clipboard to the table, a glint from the floor catches your eye. Gain the Holy Cross common item.
Yeah, handy find the crumbs. You know, I already had a very high willful character, and then now I have extraordinary willpower.
Okay, so we might be getting a motive. Lots of shit's
Holy
getting
Cross.
stolen. I wonder. Now,
I'm mega willful now.
What do you think the motive is?
I don't know. So I'm just looking. Found a clipboard with complaints from former passengers that claim valuable items have been stolen. This is all the physical evidence that you've gathered thus far. Oh, okay. And then suspects. Okay, so we know a little bit. Yeah, Arthur Holloway is a first-class passenger. Claimed to have been in his room most of the morning, only leaving it to attend breakfast. He appears to have been on the observation deck ever since.
And that's the rich guy you just talked to.
Yep, he smokes cigars. And he wears a ring emblazoned with an occult symbol. Let's see, suspects. Dot Fisher, coach passenger that was traveling with the victim, William Rush, we should probably find her. Ethel Gibbs verified that Dot Fisher was present for breakfast before the body was found. Okay. And then Ethel Gibbs, crew member aboard the stewardess, claims to have been working on the observation deck this morning preparing the meal. At some point she claims to have brought food to Officer Butler in his office and then returned. So that's all we have on her. And then more. I don't remember.
You know what? It's totally her.
You think so?
It's totally her.
Check her.
Yep. See, when she was delivering the food, she was actually murdering.
Oh, yeah. I see how you made that conclusion.
It's easy.
You see, it's very simple.
Elementary.
All right, that was all of us, right?
Yeah.
Confirm! Mythos phase. You notice too late that the ground is covered in a slick ooze. The mythos event affects the investigator with the lowest observation.
My observation is 4.
Mine's 4.
Mine is 4.
Oh,
Do you remember what happens on a tie?
nothing happens.
Does it affect everyone?
I don't actually remember. I remember we've had this every single time.
Every single time. I
Yeah.
never remember how it affects the people in the tie. So, oh wait, it's rules reference. So what is it? Mythos event. And Mythos phase is page 13. Unless it's the lowest. Oh, of course it's not lowest. Okay, let me say all the apple generating number from start. Oh, I found it. After all effects of okay, sweet. Okay, maybe event step. So, there it is. Yeah, one more after all mythos phase have been resolved. Yep. Nope. Nope. Mythos event. Which should cause an investigator to resolve a test and suffer damage or horror. Yeah, I mean, I literally never know what happens in a tie. I just assumed it affected everyone.
Yeah, let's just assume that
Cool.
because it's
You struggle to keep your footing. Agility.
That's me.
Mine's 4. Okay. Bob. Alright, I passed. You need 2 successes.
I need one more dice.
You got
2
it.
successes.
Nice. Well, you failed, so.
I hate mine.
If you pass, you manage to keep your balance. If you fail, your feet skid out from under you, suffer 1 face-down damage. You just slammed your head into the bear statue.
Well, to be fair, I was looking down and I was picking something up.
That's true. You're like, ah, boom.
Slammed my face into one of those fake rocks.
Alright. Will you move me onto that space? Because they keep mentioning the breakfast.
Right.
Are you moving it? Literally.
The breakfast was poison.
Oh, breakfast.
Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Alright, yep, let's just search what that is. The buffet table is covered with different breakfast foods, including an array of breakfast meats and eggs. Crumpets and Scotch pancakes are lined along the leftmost edge, and an unusual delicacy, crimson carp, is displayed proudly in the center. As you approach, you notice a dark red stain on one end of the tablecloth. Lifting up the lid, you find a small knife covered in a sticky substance. Lore!
What? Like you found a dead body?
Found the murder weapon at the breakfast table. It's just jam.
I will turn in 1 to make that a sexy success. 3. Upon further study, you realize that the substance must be blood, but the nearly black glittering hue made it difficult to discern. You pick the knife up and notice strange occult symbols etched into the hilt. This must be the murder weapon. You look around and realize that whoever placed this knife here had to have been on the observation deck sometime this morning. Ritual dagger common items.
Ritual dagger common item!
Could it be the person standing closest to it?
Neat. Alright. And the incriminating evidence has been updated. So, who do we know was here this morning? Her. She was preparing it. And the dickhead, Arthur,
Uh-huh.
was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dot? Was she there?
Dot was here. Yep, and she was trapped. No,
One was prepping the food.
her.
Okay. She was prepping the food?
Yep.
What is her name?
Ethel.
That's Ethel.
Ethel Gibby.
So there's a Dot that we haven't met yet.
Yeah, we have not met Dot Fisher. We have not met Officer Butler. He was
Wasn't
missing,
there.
though.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my turn. I'm just sitting there like, dick, and I go back and I'm like, what was that?
I will.
The knife!
I will go in.
Gonna go down. Crew only. This with a reminder that this area is off limits to passengers. Explore! The crew lounge is a place for off-duty crew members to relax away from passengers. The lounge tile with the occult symbol. I mean, it's what do they call those crystal balls? So, yep. So just look for the lounge. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
I
That's
feel like
not
I've seen it.
You do. That's cabin. Nope. Nope. Outside. Nope. That's the study.
Lounge car? No.
No. No. It's just lounge.
That's too nice.
Just lounge?
Just lounge. Yep. That's it. Oakley dokley. I believe this is going to be. Yep. Oops. Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
Your phone just dies.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no. No. A small footlocker with an elaborate lock sticks out from under a small table as if it was put away in haste. An elaborate lock hangs from the front, and a small nameplate is etched with the name Butler.
What's that to?
You may move 1 space into the explored area.
Yeah. I'll check it out.
Great.
Shoot out.
It's going to be a puzzle. The
Ooh.
footlocker belongs to Officer Butler. There's an elaborate lock preventing you from opening it. The lock seems simple enough. Given enough time, you should be able to discern the combination. You will attempt it using agility,
That's good.
which is 5. Do you want help? You might be able to.
Let's see if I move that over.
I think it'll take you more than 5. I think it'll take you 7.
Okay.
Because you'll go 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna have to move that
4.
one. Yeah, 4,
And then I'll down for 5.
5. Yep. And then 6, 7. Oh no, you don't have to move that down, so it'll take you 8.
Okay.
So okay.
You know, Silas is a lot smarter than people give him credit for, and I just wish people would realize that. He's not all looks.
That's fine. So that was your turn.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna move in there.
Moving where?
Don't forget about this little question mark down here, boy.
Yeah, don't forget about that, boy. You can go in that door. I don't give two fucking shits, Devin.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the door.
But I do. You should definitely check it out. Just walk up to Ethel. Is this your knife? It says Ethel Gibbs on the hilt. Leads to the crew office.
I stab her like it fits right in there.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Interesting.
What?
The crew office is well lit. The smell of cigarette smoke wafting throughout. Office. The office space.
Which office?
The one with there's a tile. There's the occult one. Crystal ball.
Crystal ball.
Office?
No, that is the office, but it's
Not a crystal
not the
ball.
right symbol.
Of course, I put that.
And that's a
symbol
regular.
on them.
It's a regular
Office.
regular office. That's library.
Printing press.
I probably don't
bedroom.
have it. Probably a Luther.
Exhibits. Portrait hall. Sewer. I do not have the crystal ball one.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay. Yep. There it is. Bam. Get rid of those. Okay. Oh, who is this sexy man?
Mr. Butler.
Sure.
Hanging out
Put him
with
up.
Walking.
Carolyn Fern is
He's
here.
just jacking it. Oh, hello. Sorry.
We both have a loaded weapon.
On guard. Just shoots it right on you. Oh God. It's not this person. It's not that person. Not.
Oh, who is it?
Couldn't tell you.
It doesn't say.
Officer Butler.
Oh, right here.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. Yep, that's him. That's him. Once again, jacking it. A young man in an officer's uniform is sitting at a desk covered with charts and other official documents. This is Officer Butler, the Stargazer Majestic's navigation officer. Okay. A stack of maps along the wall are not as neatly organized as the rest. One of them has a dark red stain. You may move one space. You already did.
Alright, I'm gonna check out that dark red stain.
You just walk into his office.
Hold up.
What's this? Stack of maps, yep. The stack of maps is precariously placed on the shelf. Attempt at using agility.
Oh, well, you know, I'm quite mediocre at it. Oh.
No, it's a puzzle.
Ah, wonderful.
So figure that out.
Okay. So how does this puzzle work?
It's the tower puzzle, so they have to go in like, whatever it's called, sequential order,
Okay.
from biggest to smallest, but you can only move one tile over, and you
Okay.
can't move a bigger tile on top of a smaller tile.
Okay, so you can just drag one of these over on top of that one. Just like that?
Yep.
Okay. 'Cause-
I like those.
Yes.
What's your agility? 2?
Well, I get an extra in tests.
Oh,
because of my sensible shoes.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so 1
You're just tap dancing.
and 2. Well, that was like retarded.
Well, yeah, I guess you're stacking paper. You're just like, okay.
Yes. Oops!
You lift up one of the maps, noticing what appears to be a fresh blood stain smeared on it. Upon closer inspection, you realize the blood is thick and congealed, being so dark that it has almost a glittering shine to it. Your murderer must have come through here at some point. Gain the forensic evidence unique item. Alright. Was that everyone?
I went.
Yeah, because I got the knife this turn, right?
I don't.
Yeah, I think you went first,
Yep.
then you went.
Okay.
Yeah. So, this is gone.
Yes, sir. The seemingly infinite depth and expanse of the ocean fills you with a sense of insignificance and futility. This mythos event affects the investigator with the lowest lore.
I've
My
had
lore
3.
is 2.
Haha!
Your head starts to spin with vertigo. Will.
That makes sense. sense. I did hit it pretty hard.
You did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that!
Damn! You needed 4 successes. No, I'm kidding. If you pass, you realize that now is not the time for philosophical notions. Alright!
My
That was
head's
it.
spinning. I'll get over it.
Okay. It's our
Is
turn.
life not truly precious?
Oh, I'll finish my
Am I
puzzle.
worthless?
I'll finish my puzzle just because that'll be good.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So, down...
Go all the way down.
1, 2, 3. You failed! Puzzle completed.
The bomb has now been.
With a little effort, the lock releases. You open the lid to find various clothes and personal effects. A pocket watch lying on top of everything catches your eye. The initial WR are engraved on the back. Wasn't that the guy that was murdered? Something Rutherford? William Rutherford?
Sounds right.
She needs the watch, the pocket watch common item.
Pocket watch common item! That's a good one. That's like gives you...
Perhaps you
something
should
else.
ask Officer Butler about this watch.
Confront him. Why would you murder this man?
Hey, fucker!
Is he our serial
Perform one
thief?
additional puzzle step while attempting puzzles.
There you go.
Okay. So here we've got a trail now. We've got a trail. Look, the blood stain. They run through here and then they deposit the knife.
And it's him!
It could be him or it could be her.
Yeah, also, it said that in that office there was cigarette smoke. Or they had like a trail of smoke.
Oh, I didn't.
That was a description.
Oh, okay.
That said, and Arthur Holloway smoked cigars.
He just
Like a tool.
like a tool.
Yeah, only tools smoke cigars.
Right. But it's never the dick.
No.
You know, these things. It's never the guy you want it to
They're
be.
the ones that they're the ones that smoke like those cigarettos. Is that what they're called?
Cigarellos.
Cigarellos,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're like long and unfiltered.
Yeah.
I've smoked those before.
They're like always vanilla flavored. They smell good, but it's like this tastes like shit. Tastes like dirty poop.
Anyway.
Alright, what else you got? Thank you.
I
Well,
I was gonna run straight through this wall until I realized there was no door there, so.
Okay.
Well, I interacted with Dad, so I go.
Run straight through the wall.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll just go in, and there's a wall. Maybe if I focus really hard.
I guess you can go back there if you want. If you want that, I mean, I guess you can technically ask him about the.
What was that
watch.
exclamation point? Over there?
That was the intercom. To talk to the.
I guess I'll talk to this boyo over here. Or
Cat's
once she's
still in
done.
action.
And then I'll eventually go investigate the intercom since it's been
Alright.
tampered with.
Okay. Let's see. Can I talk to anyone if I have a knife? No. Alright, well, I will go this way. That's my whole turn.
Okay. I'll move over here and chit-chat him up. See if he actually was delivered food last night.
Yeah. Officer Butler is analyzing navigational charts at a small desk. His uniform, normally pristine, looks disheveled and sweat-soaked. So, I honestly think... So, you have 3 options. You seem nervous. Everything okay? Who has access to this room? And how did William Rutherford's pocket watch end up in your locker? Because you can't ask him even though you have no idea that we found a pocket watch.
Right,
Well,
but-
we're all telepathic
Right.
when we communicate.
So we have cell phones. I found a fucking watch.
So let's do the unique one, and we'll ask about the watch.
Okay.
We have intercom.
A look of surprise comes over Officer Butler's face. Oh, how did you know? I mean, where? I do not know what you were talking about. His eyes dart around the room as he reaches for a pack of cigarettes from his desk. Clearly, but it was in your locker. Or start talking.
Start talking!
You slam your hand on the desk and point an accusing finger in Officer Butler's direction. Strength.
Oh.
You really need the strength to point that finger at him.
Like, do my best, like, old lady finger, like, it just grows.
Gnarled and like
Point.
bony, and he's wearing a thick wool sweater that you
Okay. Triple! 2! That works.
Officer Butler looks nervously around the room. I do not know what you are implying, but I have to get back to work. 2 is not enough. 2 is not enough.
Fucking cunt.
You had to move in there to talk to him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is everyone. Officer Butler stabs him in the throat. It wasn't me, I swear! Alright.
Everybody,
The ground gives way beneath Diana Stanley's foot, threatening to twist an ankle or worse. I suffer 2 face-down damage, but agility negates. I don't think so.
Spin that clue, boy.
Yeah. I don't want to be getting hurt. Okay, I do not take damage. Boop.
You actually got pretty solid health
I do.
over there.
I do 8 and 6. She's 9 and 5. All right, it's our turn. I will investigate that stack of papers. You pick up the letter, immediately noticing the overly ornate handwriting. This writing style has long been out of use, especially within the working class. The letter is clearly romantic in nature. It starts with, "My dearest Jonathan Butler, I have lost much in the last few months."
Did it say his full name?
Yeah.
My dearest Jonathan
Yeah,
Butler.
Jonathan Butler.
I mean, okay, it's a romantic letter, and she pronounced his full name, written, to my dearest Jonathan Butler, to my dearest set luck.
I have lost much in the last few months, but finding you has returned me to a path that I had thought forever closed. The letter goes on to gush about their relationship, how sexy their sex was. The end of the
sexiest sex.
Yeah. The end of the letter catches your attention. However, when I arrived in this time, I was adrift. Thank you for helping me find the way. Eternally yours, Ethel.
When she arrived in this time, excuse me?
Where are you from?
When are you from?
It was Ethel all along.
As you go to return the letter, you notice a pendant sitting on the table. Elder sign pendant, common item. Please, good sir.
Elder sign pendant, common item.
We're getting some spooky shit.
Elder sign pendant.
Roll 1 additional die when evading a monster. Great. I'm super evadable. Let's see. Okay.
All right, point that finger. It's Ethel. 100%.
It's not Ethel.
It's totally Ethel.
No.
She is definitely a time traveler.
Why would she kill someone?
To get back to her own time.
Because she wanted to keep her secret.
What secret?
That she's
a
a
time
time
traveler.
traveler.
She's
Yeah.
a time
She
traveler?
clearly is.
Yeah.
And she has to sacrifice people.
And
Why
she's
is that?
trying.
Why is that a secret?
Well, it was her lover, and she had to kill him because.
No, Jonathan's her lover.
Jonathan's her lover.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Well, you know, she had to kill him because of,
Plot.
and Jonathan.
We don't have a motive.
They.
She had to kill him to go back in time.
But
That's
why? It was
how-
an occult ritual.
Yeah, Seth.
Listen to me, I'm the reformed occultist. All we do is just have aggressive orgies and occasionally kill a few people who want to get out of the orgies.
It never ends!
Alright, so you're gonna ask him about the watch again?
Let me
Takes
ask him about.
three.
Let me ask him, because it goes off of what? Your agility?
Can I talk to him about anything else?
Yeah. You seem nervous, everything okay? Or who has access to this room? After you just accused him, you're like, I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll do both. Who has access to this room?
Just the crew. He puts an unlit cigarette to his lips. Well, today it has also been available to you and Doc Fisher, the victim's bodyguard. Captain Pike said to give you both access, but I will tell you, this storm makes me nervous. I have been here all morning trying to figure out where it came from. Should you be smoking on a hydrogen airship? Are you an officer or a butler?
You can smoke on a hydrogen.
What? What was it?
Are you an officer or a butler? Or should you be smoking on a hydrogen airship? He just put a cigarette to his lips.
Okay.
These aren't actions to ask.
Oh,
They're
sure.
just actions.
Let's do the smoking.
Okay. Fuck you! No. Actually, this is a helium dirigible. That is a common misconception, though. I can assure you, smoking on board the ship is entirely safe.
You're gonna kill us! You psychopath!
He lights the cigarette hanging from his mouth, then shuffles around the papers on the desk as if looking for something. Between Dr. Rose Barnett coming in to take a cigarette break and you and Doc Fisher coming around asking questions, it has been hard to get anything accomplished this morning. Now, if you do not mind, I have work to do. Gain a clue.
The only reason I know what a dirigible is, or the
You
fact
don't.
that you can smoke on them, is because of Archer. They had a whole episode.
Oh, they did have
And Archer
That's what I was referencing.
Yeah, and Archer
Oh, yeah.
kept freaking out, yeah.
Alright, you wanna keep talking to him?
Archer is easily one of the best shows ever made.
Yeah, let's just finish him off.
Seem nervous, everything okay?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'm smoking.
It's just really.
No, nothing is the matter. He wipes a bead of sweat from his brow. This murder has everyone on edge, and I am just trying to maintain calm and order around here. He notices the food tray sitting on the desk for the first time and takes the opportunity to change the subject.
So the food tray is there!
Have you had a chance to eat breakfast? If not, you really need to. He points to the plate with his fork. This crimson carp is an Ethel Gibbs specialty. He hurriedly takes a bite, wiping the red sauce from his lips. I do love that girl. He takes another bite as he nervously continues small talk. I have never met anyone so young than
You gotta
this.
chew while you say it.
I've never met anyone so young to know so much. I need a real cigarette. So much about the world.
And drink at the same time.
She certainly has an old soul.
They're like crackers.
That is why we arrive in Arkham. I intend to propose to her.
Oh, shit.
As he finishes the last of his meal, he lights a cigarette. I really should get back to work, and I'm sure you have more important things to do than listen to me talk about my personal life. Let me know if you need anything else. Gain one clue. Alright, what are you doing? You gonna walk in and accuse him?
You!
I overheard everything!
Smack him.
Kick the door in.
Objection.
You can move 2 spaces. Okay.
Just
I was
guy with a
dramatically
burly chest just
You know,
kicks
You walk
the
and
door
push
in.
Carol.
I
What's
stabbed
her name?
him.
Carolyn? Yeah.
Stab Carolyn with
Alright.
a harpoon.
Yep, so, clearly it was in your locker, or start talking.
Clearly it was in your locker. I broke into it.
You sit on the edge of the desk, calmly waiting for a response. Influence.
I'm definitely touching my nipple as well.
Oh. I see.
Oh, man.
Only 2.
That's a shame.
That is a shame.
A defeated look comes over Officer Butler's face. Look, I know what you were thinking, but I swear I did not kill anyone. I am a thief, alright? Not a murderer. He takes a long draw from his cigarette with his asshole. When I saw Doc Fisher leave to get breakfast and William Rushford head towards the chapel, I knew I had a small window. I was in their cabin for less than 10 minutes. I had just returned to the office after dropping the watch off in my locker when the alarm went up about the murder. I swear that is all I know. Gain one clue?
You just stole the dude's watch.
Yeah, he's a fucking
He's the thief.
worthless dookie thief.
He's the one that's been
Sweet watch.
stealing
I mean,
things.
you're captain of a dirigible. I mean, you think you make enough to...
Oh, well,
For
yeah.
the next podcast.
You never
It's
know.
for the thrill.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm
It's the thrill of one more kill!
No, that's what he's singing.
Did I go?
No. I feel like no. I don't think so. But I don't.
I chatted the dude up. You moved in, chatted the dude.
Yeah. I think we just
I remember,
lost-
like, your last turn, you moved just across the
Yeah.
the area.
Oh yeah, then I talked.
I
Then
think-
I looked at the papers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got the pendant.
All we've
I
done
don't
is
want to talk to her,
harass.
so I'll move there as my move.
I'm gonna call it her freaky obsession.
Mythos phase. Silas Marsh's tongue starts to engorge, quickly growing too large for his mouth. Only by clamping down hard does the swelling halt and start to go down again. You suffer 1 face-down damage and 2 horror. Strength +1 negates.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking bite down on your tongue horrendously.
Gush blood everywhere. Wow.
Why is Silas a moron? Does it say how much?
Well, you're negating damage, so
Oh.
you're taking 1 face-down damage and 2 horror. Unless if you spend your 2 clues, then you won't take anything. Or you can take 1 horror
I'll
or
just
1
take
damage.
One of each. Yeah.
Well, you won't take 1 of each. You got a success. So which one do you want to? Do you want to negate the 2 horror, or the 1 damage and 1 horror?
You know what? I'll negate the 2 horror.
Okay, and you're gonna take a face-down damage.
I can take more damage than I
I
can.
forgot. So man, your head is just all fucked up. The rainstorm picks up a pace, and you notice that the sky has taken on an unnatural glittering black hue. The ship is rocked by turbulence as lightning cracks just off the starboard bow. Doubt creeps into your mind, and for a moment you consider abandoning your efforts. Each investigator suffers 2 face-down horror. Will negates. That sucks.
Oh, I'm good at will.
That does suck.
God damn it.
Oh hey, but I only take 1 horror.
Hey! No horror for Devin.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Sweet. Alright. It's like lightning! Let me observe. I would like to observe. I would very much like to observe. Very much. From here you can see the storm gathering outside the ship. An investigator in the viewing room, 1, 2, or 3 can look out the window. I will look out the window. Looking closer at the gathering clouds, you are overwhelmed with impending dread. As if sensing your unease, the storm ignites another dark lightning bolt just ahead of the ship, and a gust of wind rocks the dirigible, forcing you to steady yourself. Something sinister is at work, and you cannot shake the feeling that if you do not stop it, everything will be lost. Oh shit! Suffer one face-down horror. Hey, don't look out the window. I'm just like, that looks bad! Where's my flask? Where's my flask? That was my turn.
Oh, so we're starting fresh.
Yes.
Yes.
Set around.
From the top.
And it looks like, there's nothing left to talk to him about.
Okay.
We can look at the incriminating evidence if we want, just to update ourselves.
Okay. Well, okay, there's a trail. So it happened.
Well, no, there's not.
Well, it happened in here.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But we found blood here,
there,
and then the knife was discarded here.
Yeah.
And then smoke, but this guy smokes.
So it has to be someone who's still in the, or who was. Yeah, it doesn't have to be someone who's still there, but someone who was there before breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
But he's eating. I really don't think it's Ethel and Jonathan. I think they're just two lovers.
I'm 100% Ethel.
No, it's not
Totally
Ethel.
fucking Ethel.
It's total. I mean, but the guy also had a bodyguard. Where was the bodyguard?
Dot.
You find
Yeah.
him first.
Dot's the one that killed him. It's always the body. Let's go find her.
All right.
I wish we had Rita in the athletic shoes. Just
Dear God.
Zipping around.
yeah. And then she becomes insane, and then
Then we don't want to
she
play.
becomes the fucking pyromancer, and runs and sets.
Why are you running all the way over there with that fire?
Go ahead and heal a horror.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Uh-huh.
Boop, I'll just put that one back on top. Okay,
Me?
your turn. Yep. I love how you just walk in. You walk in with a fucking harpoon. Where was it? Why was that watch in there? Shits himself in his study.
You know, there's no whales in here.
You can never be too safe.
You study the evidence collected thus far, convinced that there is a pattern you have yet to perceive. This mythos event affects the investigator with the most evidence.
Oh.
I have one.
I have one.
Oh, I have none.
Both of us,
I guess.
we're doing the tie thing. You find yourself overwhelmed by the sheer volume of your collected evidence. Lore. That is not going to be good for you. How much lore do you have?
3.
You need 3 successes.
Ooh.
I guess I just died. Yay!
Yay. 1. So what do I get?
Eels. No. If you pass, you find comfort in the fact that your evidence is helping you quickly close in on your suspect. Gain 1 clue. If you fail, you are overwhelmed by the sheer amount of evidence and fear that you have not been able to expose the murder in time to stop the ritual. Suffer 2 face-down horror, and then flip 2 horror face-up. So it's 2 face-up horror.
Nice.
What'd you get?
Okay, hysteria! Screaming hysterically, you claw at your own flesh with your nails. Resolve immediately. Flip 1 damage face up, then flip this card face down. I have no damage. Flashback recent memories claw their way to the surface despite your best efforts. Resolve immediately. Flip 1 other horror face up, then discard this card.
Oh. Hey!
Ah, another hysteria! Flip 1 damage face up, then flip the card.
Alright, I think you're good. Oh, look at that. I'm calming you down with my sexy
I
body.
mean, I just calmed you. I was like, oh, so tell me about your problems. And then I
I'm like,
suddenly freak out.
well, there's kind of a lot of evidence, but I think we're coming along the case. Evidence? Alright.
You have evidence as well?
Alright, that was it.
I'd like to stare at menacingly.
Hey everyone, this video is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering you a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership. All you need to do is go to audibletrial.com/BGUnlocked and browse the unmatched selection of audio programs, which include audiobooks, original audio shows, news, comedy, and more from leading audiobook publishers. What I do is I actually download their app, which enables me to be able to listen to the Wheel of Time series, which is phenomenal if you're looking for a huge fantasy world. But if fantasy isn't your thing, well, you can also do romance, fiction, teens, non-fiction, comedy, science and technology, and many, many more. All you need to do is go to audibletrial.com/BGUnlocked. The link is in the description below, and now enjoy the rest of the video.
No, actually, I want to go into the chapel.
The chapel.
Yeah, let's get this fucking shit started.
The chapel doors open slightly, a dim light coming from within. Inside is where the body of William Rushford was found this morning. Explore. Alright, so obviously we're fine. The faint moonlight pours in through the stained glass window at the far end of the chapel, highlighting the gruesome scene before you. Chapel.
Does that say glass in it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually my window.
What symbol?
With the cold one.
What's your window from Sagrada?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't seem safe since I'm high up.
Oh, that's how light's getting in.
Chapel.
I say, okay, I do not think it's.
Ooh, oh, that is actually really pretty. They do a really good job with the atmosphere. Too bad I think this game sucks. I'm kidding.
Too bad I hate this game.
But I pooed. I pooped. So we have a painting somewhere. There's that one, a painting, and a in the bookshelf. There we go. So no doors. There we go. And there we go. All right. I already said that. Oh, in the center of the room lies the body of the victim, William Rushford, surrounded by various occult symbols that appear to have been drawn using his blood. Okay, so I need to find... Oh boy! Okay, I found it. Yeah. Across the room, you see a middle-aged woman leaning over the body. This is Dr. Rose Barnett, the Stargazer Majestic's physician. The light in the room flickers rapidly, and for a moment there are 3 large burning eyes in the darkness. They are fixated on you, and you find it hard to breathe. As terror grips at your heart, you find yourself unable to look away. Suddenly, the eyes disappear as the lights return to normal. Nobody else in the room appears to have noticed. Suffer 1 face down horror.
No.
And then you move 1 space in there.
Yep.
Right? What would you like to do?
Keep moving in there, and I.
Yeah, just move forward, I guess.
Yeah.
That would be your turn. After graciously kissing. Oh, I needed that.
That's good for you.
I've had better.
Oh.
I'm gonna go there, and I will look at that.
Skull.
I mean, unless. You think I should go in the chapel? Just because
Maybe
it might be
you
occult
have
stuff?
to lore.
Yeah.
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 Because I can talk to her, and
So
you can
1, 2.
investigate the.
Okay. What's going on, Silas? What is that? Who's that?
Can't talk to different tongue.
Alright, your turn.
What's that name lead to? Guess I'll go back here.
Leads to the stern of the ship.
Stern!
Explore! Alright, this hallway leads to the passenger cabins. Place the Exhibit 2 and Portrait Hall tiles. So Exhibit 2, same symbol that we've been looking at. Exhibit 2 and Portrait Hall.
Found him.
Sweet! Devin is on top of it.
Oh yeah!
Hell. Oh, there's skeleton.
Okay. Baba Booey.
Look, more of that
So
great
good.
title.
We are stupid. Okay. So then I need. There's a wall, door, and then door. So we have a wall right there. Boop. And then a door. Oh, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. This is how that goes. And then a door right here.
Uh-huh.
And then a door right here. I really like the atmospheric music. I just wish it would change, based on the scenario, because it's always the yeah. All right, fucking give it to me. No. You get in charge of the cards. I get to do the app.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, you were gonna do exactly this. Several doors lead to passenger cabins. Eee! This door leads to the engine room. The door to the engine room is locked tight. A piece of luggage has been left outside one of the rooms. A locked cabinet stands against one wall filled with various medications in neat rows.
Just leave that.
Yeah, I just need this. And then you get to move one space in there.
Whoop.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, as you stand at the threshold of the room, the air pressure drops and you feel a strong wind brush across your skin. The room is thrown into pitch blackness, yet you can somehow make out a large bat-like shape surging towards you, its 3 burning eyes piercing your soul. You find yourself rooted in place, and just before the massive shape reaches you, it disappears. Suffer 1 face-down horror.
Ugh.
And then place 1 darkness in your space. Darkness. Okay. Alright, was that everyone?
Yes.
Because you had to move and then explore.
Yeah.
And then you went first. Yep. Eagles phase. We're gonna slowly start getting fucked. Carolyn Fern glances ahead, only to see herself from behind. Her sight stretched thin and her mind nearing the breaking point. You suffer 3 face-down horror. Lore negates.
I'm so good at lore.
Can you heal yourself?
I can.
Okay.
If I really need to.
Sounds like you need to.
Sometimes you just need to
Toss
talk.
a clue and take 2, I guess. So
Yeah.
horror.
Yep, 2 horror.
Like face up, so.
No, face down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a 2 face-down horror. Alright, it is our turn. Let me go ahead and examine this body.
Yeah.
The body of William Rushford lies face down, surrounded by dark occult symbols written in the blood. Ah, I've seen these. Oh, brings me back. Examine the crime scene. Better be lore. Or it's probably gonna be observation. You bend down to examine William Rushford's lifeless body. The first thing you notice is a large laceration across his throat, the blood still pooling beneath it. You fight the urge to retch. Suffer 1 face-down horror. Will negates. Okay, I'm good. Yay! As you step back, you can see that the blood appears to have been drawn to resemble wings spreading out from the victim's body. Other intricate symbols have also been drawn in blood around the room. Lore!
What? 2?
3. You realize that these blood-drawn symbols are typically associated with a summoning ritual. You can feel the mystical energies about the room. You cannot begin to imagine the foul creature that has been drawn to this world with this ritual. You also recognize the symbols as the same ones found on the hilt of the ritual dagger you found on the observation deck. It seems obvious that the dagger is a murder weapon. Whoever placed it there is your murderer. As you turn away, a sense of determination comes over you. You've resolved to stop whatever events have been set in motion by this cruel deed. Become focused.
Focused!
Hell yeah, I do! It is me. It is up to me. This is how I will reform myself.
Sweet reformation!
Okay. I turn around to you, Silas. I got this. Wait for me.
As you like dramatically bill your cloak away.
Put my hood up.
I accidentally slit her throat. Like,
Yeah, I'm still holding the knife. We'll say the murderer did it.
You got another one.
Alright, and I will...
And I will talk to her. But I'll keep my back to her.
You're just like
flexing subtly.
you have those muscles.
Raise the muscles back here.
Dr. Rose Barnett, the ship's doctor, is hunched over the body of William Rushford. What can you tell me about the body, doctor? Or what were you doing before the murder?
What can you tell me about the body?
Our victim, I can't do her voice. Our victim had his throat slashed. The laceration angle and direction indicates that the victim was facing his attacker. She leans in closer to the body and kisses his lips. This blood is very strange. It is nearly black and much more congealed than it should be. Gain 1 clue. Yeah, they are saying a lot about like the blood on the hilt and then
Maybe doctor is he just disgusting?
maybe it's nasty ass blood. Alright. Do you still want to talk to her again?
Yeah. The will exhaust her.
What were you doing before the murder? I had spent most of the morning going over paperwork. I took a quick cigarette break in the crew office and then returned to my duties until the body was discovered. I know you were doing your job, but do I look like a killer to you? She steps back from the body and realizes she has blood on her white flat shoes. Oh dear, that is going to take some work to get out. Gain 1 clue.
Maybe I was just curious about what you were doing before this.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of hot. I thought I was going to ask you on a date. Would you like some salmon?
Would you like some salmon? Or perhaps some whale blubber?
I have some. And my whale blubber, that's in
Should
my
I be going?
peen.
Should I be looking at the sabotage?
I'm sure it's gonna be a puzzle to probably get it fixed. And then...
I feel like we're gonna need it eventually.
Yeah, you can. It's up to you.
I will, just because I
Well, you did both your actions.
Oh,
Talking to her
and talk?
twice, yeah.
Ugh.
What do you want to do, Carolyn?
What's that question mark near me?
The question mark, I think, was a briefcase.
Is luggage or something
Yep,
like that?
luggage lies open on the floor.
It's probably gonna be some tool that we could use if things hit the fan.
Yeah, or evidence.
Or
It is. This is the crew quarters. So.
Yeah, might as well. I'll check that out and then
Okay.
I'll move in.
Such. The tag marks the luggage as belonging to Fred Cooper. Among the contents, you find a strange scrapbook with newspaper clippings detailing gruesome murders and suspicious deaths. The first page has an old article detailing the deaths of a husband and wife, Joseph and Margaret Cooper. The story talks about how a freak accident robbed a small boy of both his parents outside Miskatonic University. Accompanying the article, the photo shows a young boy, unnamed, talking to a police officer while the covered bodies of his parents rest in the foreground. Flipping through the rest of the scrapbook, you see dozens of articles highlighting deaths related to suspicious or unusual circumstances, including a recent article about a rash of deaths related to a new exhibit at the Miskatonic Museum. As you return the journal to the suitcase, you notice a leather-bound book resting inside, giving the arcane manuscript common item.
Look, they're on top.
Right on top.
Hey, I'm not so garbage at lore now.
Maybe you should ask Fred Cooper about this scrapbook. That was that.
Okay. I guess those are just passenger cabins, so got one action left. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go in.
The one right in front of you. Yep, cabin 2. This is the cabin of William Rutherford and Doc Fisher. Okay. The coach cabin is sparsely decorated. A large bed dominates the space while a sleeping bag has been laid out on the floor next to it. Cabin 1 tile.
So,
Oh, I know that's in
Train.
with us.
train symbol.
That is chart room. Freight cart. That's cabin 2. Oh wait, no, found it.
I was gonna say, I know it's in our file.
All right. Bam. Oh no.
That's not a bad cabin.
No, that's pretty sexy. I mean, there's no sheets on the fucking bed, so
Right.
you're obviously skanky.
Bring your own.
Okay.
BYOS?
Yeah.
Is her? Is that her? No, that is not her.
Who are you looking for? Dot?
Oh, you already found her? Awesome.
God, how is she in here?
A young woman is searching the cabin while occasionally writing in a small notebook. This is Doc Fisher, travel companion of the victim. Protruding from under one of the pillows on the bed appears to be a worn book. Yep, and you can move one space in there. That was everyone?
Yep.
Okay, I say after this turn, we,
Chill.
Get the finger in.
get to fingering. Hello, young lady. Tell me about your problems. A paranoia grips at your heart, and you expect to be attacked at any moment. Mythos event affects the investigator with the most weapons.
I have one weapon.
I have one weapon.
I have a weapon.
Oh god.
Aren't you sure you have?
No, my ritual dagger is the only one with a weapon.
No, you definitely have two weapons.
Okay, your vision blurs, and you find yourself standing in an ancient temple. A pharaoh in dark robes seated before you. Trapped in his hypnotic gaze, you watch in horror as you are forced to strike yourself repeatedly with your own weapon. Suffer 2 face-down damage and 2 horror. Lore negates.
Oh.
Right? Yeah! Oh, shit!
no!
Yeah!
Can I have some of that?
I cut myself
Hey,
every
3.
day.
Get two.
I got 3. Awesome.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
I'm just too strong-willed for that type of temptation. You don't mess with the reformed cultist. We've seen and we've done shit.
What was it, 4 in total?
Yeah, so what do you want to negate?
I'll just take the 1 damage then.
Spend that Kluski to make it a success as well, and I'm gonna just negate two.
Is it face down?
It would be face down, yeah. So you want to negate the 2 damage, or 2 horror, or 1 each?
One each. Get a good spread.
Alright.
So are you saying that we should go accuse somebody?
So what you just beat yourself with your own gun?
Just fucking pistol whipped myself, yeah.
Hot.
In my mouth, mind you.
Yeah, because it's all your head. Alright.
I'm so stupid.
Okay.
You stabbed yourself.
I hit myself with luggage.
I didn't stab myself.
Yeah, you did. You definitely.
I took nothing.
You wanted.
I rolled 5 successes.
You wanted.
I'm just like-
to.
This is not who I am anymore. I cut my own tongue. Fuck you, Pharaoh. All right.
I have a new master now, Satan.
I will go 1-2, and I will explore that cabin. Cabin of Fred Cooper, the man who... Oh, he's the one who found the body. As the door opens, the stench of pipe smoke and sweat fills the air. Lights are off, and a series of lit candles form a pattern across the floor.
Why, Fred?
Interesting.
We have a seance.
Did you put him in there?
No, you hadn't confirmed if he was there or
Neat.
not.
He's on the bed. Put him on the back. Sexy. A bearded man is sitting on the edge of the bed, holding a worn tobacco pipe in one hand. He has a defeated and nervous look on his face. This is Fred Cooper, a coach passenger. Boop! Candles have been arranged in an intricate pattern on the floor. And I can move one space in there, thank you. That was my turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna be moving, so.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay. You start swimming. Okay. What are you doing? Your turn.
Oh, did we hit our mythos? Or? No, wait, were we?
Yeah. Why do you think we were doing stuff, Devin?
You made him nervous.
I'm going to immediately, barge into her room and then rustle through her bed.
Well, it's actually William's bed. I think she sleeps in the sleeping bag.
Yeah, she's a bugger.
Oh, great.
Okay. You pick up what appears to be an old journal. Flipping through it, you realize that it must be the journal of William Rushford. The entries span over 50 years. Gain the old journal unique item. An investigator holding the unique journal can read its entries.
That's just old journal.
Yep. Old journal unique item. Would you like to read it right in front of her? Indeed.
What are you doing?
Oh, how
My job.
hate Dot.
I'm gonna leave that for next turn. I'm gonna chat with Dot real quick.
Fine. Dot Fisher is looking around the room while writing in a small notebook. You were traveling with William Rushford? Any idea what this ritual could be about? How is the investigation going?
Okay. So, you were traveling with William. How's the investigation going? And
any idea what this ritual could be about?
well, it's obviously some kind of shadow nonsense.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask about.
But why William?
Yeah. You're traveling with.
Probably just needed someone.
I served him as a personal bodyguard. He always talked about his past. And he failed. He always talked about his past coming to haunt him and some unseen dark force at work. I know you have no reason to trust me, but I want to bring his murderer to justice even more than you do. She lets out a sigh of frustration. I just do not understand why he left the cabin while I was grabbing us breakfast. He knew he was not supposed to go anywhere without me. It does not make any sense.
Oh, so
he killed himself. And true. It's obvious what happened here. The guy shot himself, fell against the painting, then took out a knife.
It's obviously a suicide.
All right. That was it, right?
Yeah.
Let's go through the journal. So the gathered evidence that we have. A scrapbook filled with newspaper clippings of gruesome murders and mysterious deaths was found in Fred Cooper's luggage. The first entry appears to be to detail his parents' death. You found blood smeared on maps in the crew office, which is a crew-only area. A love letter was found on the table on the observation deck. It mostly detailed a romantic relationship between Ethel Gibbs and Officer Butler, but the last line seemed strange. When I arrived in this time, the journal of William Rushford was found in his cabin. You have not read it.
Wait, what was the note, the love letter? What did it say?
It said, it was a romantic relationship, but the strange at the end was, you arrived at this time. When I arrived at this time.
She's the time traveler.
She or him?
No, it was her love letter to him.
I arrived at this time.
You
But
discovered
didn't it have a different guy's name?
Jonathan Butler.
Oh, wait, so that's Jonathan Butler.
Yeah. As far as I know, yeah, because he said he loved her cooking, and he's like, when we arrive in Arkham, I'm gonna propose.
When she arrived in this time. So she's some kind of time traveler.
Yep.
He said something about his past, haunting him.
I mean, it could be he summoned her, but yeah. You discover the ritual dagger stained with black glittering blood. Occult symbols are etched into the hilt. You identified it as a murder weapon. It was hidden under the breakfast buffet table on the observation deck, presumably.
And she prepped the breakfast!
She did, but Yeah, I mean, you're probably
She
right.
fucking spiked it.
Unless she made it and then set it out and then someone dropped it in while it was already there.
She was crying. Why
Yeah,
was
because
she-
he did leave. Yeah,
Oh yeah, he did. He stepped out for a bit.
Yeah.
She went over there hoping to find
she's
the
like,
boy, get a little
she's
late
crying
night
because
strange.
she's like scared that he's gonna be accused.
She's
But you know,
crying
why would you be crying if you don't think he's guilty?
Because she knows it was her and she's gonna be caught.
It's not.
Maybe all along she was playing the long con,
Long con.
and was going to finger him, when really she did it.
I guess. You found a clipboard with complaints from former passengers that claim valuable items had been stolen from them during their travel aboard the Stargazer.
We found the thief.
A pocket watch with the initials WR was found in a crew-only area inside a footlocker belonging to Officer Butler. He admits to stealing the watch after watching Dot Fisher and William Rushford leave their cabin earlier this morning. It is his claim that he must have been in the Rushford cabin while the murder was taking place. Okay, that's physical evidence. Suspects.
Well, she
Still have nothing
said
about Arthur Holloway.
Dot said that she left the cabin this morning and that he stayed. So when did he leave?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I'll find out. Hold
I
on.
guess whenever he wanted to get.
Let's also
murdered.
not forget that he has a cult ring.
We have not forgotten about Mr. Obvious
Oh yeah,
over
he did
there.
have some weird. Yeah, it's just like it's obviously me.
I'm not a villain. He probably has a curly mustache.
Ethel Gibbs. Crew member? Yep. Claims to have been working on the observation deck this morning, preparing the morning meal. At some point, she claims to have brought food to Officer Butler in his office, and then returned to her duties. He found a letter written by Ethel Gibbs that appears to be romantic in nature. It also mentions that she arrived in this time, which seems like such a weird phrase. So that's everything we know about her. More. Officer Butler. Crew member is a navigation officer. Claims to have been working in the office all morning. Ethel Gibbs mentioned that she went to take Officer... Yeah, oh, so he's lying. He was saying he claims to work in his office all morning, but she went to take him food and he wasn't there.
Okay. We got
So-
him.
We got him. He's a murderer. He stole his watch and killed a
He
man.
smoked cigarettes.
And didn't he like
What
steal the
about-
guy's watch?
Mm-hmm. Admits that he had been stealing from guests. He claims that he was stealing a pocket watch from Rushford's cabin this morning. Oh, so that's all the complaints.
That's
he's,
probably.
he's the one stealing all the shit.
Duh, we know that.
Yeah, well, I just
Oh,
didn't
so
make it
he's
too.
stealing people's shit. So he was just lying to us because he was stealing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So, okay.
that's why he was out of his cabin.
Yeah.
I don't think he was the murderer.
I don't think he was the murderer either.
Just a klepto cat.
Admits he had been stealing from guests. He claims that he was stealing a pocket watch from Rushford's cabin this morning, so he could not be the murderer.
No matter what happens to this, we're getting him fired. Just like that, Captain.
So, Ethel murdered the guy, and also, Officer Butler's been stealing shit. He's just like, what the hell? That cool. Yeah, that's everyone. I mean, that's everyone that's worth talking
That's
about.
Totally Ethel.
Enough. Alright. Let's nail him.
I just don't see why she would kill William Rushford.
Well, let's read his book and then we'll find.
I'm
That's
telling
true.
you that.
So I'll go first
It's
this
like,
next round to see
it's
what
out.
Cat does.
Alright, so...
I'll just do a double read after this. And
A throbbing whine rises slowly, making your ears
Wind?
ache. Whine. No.
Okay, I thought you said a
Rises
wine.
slowly, making your ears ache and your teeth buzz. Affects each investigator. Clutching your ears makes the sound almost bearable. Suffer 2 face-down horror. Will -1 negates.
Fucking done.
Alright, well.
I still get 5 for that shit.
Give me one.
Ooh. How many was it? 2? Got it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Ah!
So you're taking a face-down horror.
No.
I am also taking a face-down horror. If you suffer 1 or more horror, discard a clue. I don't have a clue.
I do. Well, that means he died.
Yeah.
Lost the game.
A torrential rain begins to assault the ship as another bout of turbulence rocks the dirigible. A wave of vertigo passes through you and you stumble. Each investigator moves 1 space towards the cabin 1.
Oh, we're getting absolutely fucked in a second.
Cabin 1.
That's literally where I'm at. So moves 1 space towards cabin 1, so you bump out. An oily presence in your mind calls forward deep-seated fears. Could everyone on board be guilty? Is this all an elaborate plot to humiliate you? Each investigator suffers 2 horror, will negate.
Do people
Again?
like
Yeah.
iPads?
Yes!
There we go. That's what I'm freaking talking about.
You got it?
Yeah.
Two-face down.
Yeah. Alright, so we're all good. We're like, no! No! It is the children who are wrong. Am I out of touch? Alright. You want to go first?
Let's read it up. I mean, it's totally fucking Ethel, but fine, I'll read the goddamn book.
Investigator with the old journal unique. Yep, so read the journal. The journal dates back over 50 years. The early entries detail William Rushford's involvement with the Church of
Stereotypes.
Starry Wisdom. When the church was forcibly disbanded, Rushford, a fiery and devoted youth, set forth to England to form a new sect. As the journal continues, you see William Rushford's growing concern over the morality of his actions. He speaks of regret and his need to correct his terrible mistakes. He talks about his failure to disband the cult, and in response to a failed assassination attempt, how he fled England and went into hiding. Gain 1 clue.
Okay.
Okay. There are still more entries to read, so you want to read again?
Yep.
The closing entries detail William Rushford's return to Arkham to stop a terrible ritual. He speaks of a fear that the Starry Wisdom might try once more to kill him and use his blood for a final ritual to summon the Haunter. The last few entries seem frantic as Rushford realizes they may have put himself and the world in danger by returning to Arkham. His final entry is as follows. Could it be, after all these years, a specter from the past has finally come to haunt me? If only I had realized sooner, but now I fear it is too late. It's Ethel! A specter from the past? When I arrived in this time?
Oh, it's not Ethel.
I said it doesn't make sense for it to be Ethel. You become focused.
Well, I mean, as you were reading that until you mentioned that, I was starting to think, oh, maybe this guy's just a fucking assassin. He just came in, he's like, hey, you're my target.
It's not impossible for there to be more than one person if it's a cult.
Mm-hmm.
So he could be a part of it. But Ethel...
Alright, go finger her.
Pew, pew.
Or did you want to go?
I want to talk to him.
Oh, okay.
So Fred Cooper is sitting on the bed, a look of defeat on his bearded face and an old Dublin pipe hanging from his mouth. What is with all these candles? Tell me what happened this morning, what happened to your parents. I'm going to ask about the candles. Fred Cooper starts to speak, then lets out a deep sigh, his gravely voice matching his rough features. You cannot possibly understand. Fucker! I used to be in a cult! Try me. Try my butthole. You explain to hear him out. It's probably not gonna be enough.
You are focused. You couldn't spend it.
I've only turned into 1 success. Now it's evading. I'm gonna try 2. He holds his hands up in defeat, then reluctantly nods. I guess envy is my symptom. Alright, fine. He takes a draw from his pipe. This ritual, it is supposed to remove my family's curse. He shifts uncomfortably. Ever since I was young, terrible things happen around me, starting with the death of my parents. Since then, everywhere I go, people end up dead. As you can see, my ritual has not been successful. I understand that this looks very suspicious. I have spent much of my life studying the occult. Ooh, you want to go on a date? He points to one of the symbols on the floor. That is a protective ward. It is designed specifically to keep evil spirits away. Take a look. Take a look yourself if you do not believe me. Gain 1 clue. That seems pretty believable. I will look at that. Candles have been arranged just to see. Alright.
Ooh.
You pry a candle from the floor to examine it. Gain the candle's common item. Baba Booey!
Candle.
Give me the candle. Give me that. Oh, I may discard this to convert all magnifying glasses to successes while casting a spell. Examining the symbols etched in the wax, you can confirm this ritual is intended to ward off misfortune. Gain 1 clue, and place darkness in my space. Not darkness! Good thing I have the candles. It's a light source. With the light from the candle extinguished, the room plunges into complete darkness. You hear the flapping of wings, and for a brief moment you feel a sudden rush of wind that sends a chill up your spine. Suffer 1 face down horror. I'm getting word. You hear screams and fucking Fred Cooper gets his head cut off. That was my turn.
I think my turn's gonna be moving because one table.
Wait, are you actually going to her? You
I
can't
don't
accuse
want
her. No, you can only ask if everything's okay.
You have to go. No, you have to go to the captain if you want to. Or do we want to accuse?
No!
Oh,
Yes!
I'm ready.
I mean, we
But
can.
do we need to fix it?
I don't know.
Yes!
I mean, I can always click on it. Yeah, text. The intercom is attached to the wall between the largest of the observation windows. Upon closer inspection, you notice that the wires have been pulled out. So yeah, you can attempt to fix the intercom.
Yeah.
Oh, well, where's the captain then?
He's there, but the intercom's broken.
Oh.
Silas isn't meant for the detective business, maybe, but damn, does he know how to fix shit.
Unscrewing the faceplate, you notice that some of the wires appear to have been purposely sabotaged. You will attempt to reconnect the wires properly, so puzzle using observation.
Yeah, okay, that's not too bad.
Sweet.
Not great, but not bad.
So that one's new.
Oh. Boy.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of the new puzzles. So you obviously need to connect that down to that. And I don't know if you. I haven't done that type yet. I don't know if you. Here, let me see it.
Yeah, do you drag them?
Um.
You can rotate them.
Yeah, and can you drag? You can.
So you can drag and rotate.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that's to start from top down, I guess. What connects to
Yeah. I think. Okay, so if you rotate this one, this one's gonna be. Well, actually, if you put this one up and rotate it, so like you move that one up, and then you can rotate it. Does rotating cost? Oh, it does. Oh God.
Stop rotating it!
Well, you're gonna have to do that anyway.
Oh, you meant to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, well, don't keep fucking with it.
So, and then if you move this one down there, then it'll turn, and then you can do these just 2 long ones. But it's gonna take how much? What's your observation? 4.
Yeah.
So you might be able to rotate. Oh, they have to be.
She has the pocket watch. She gets the extra.
Oh, you get an extra one.
Yeah.
That's so I guess if you. That'll take your turn. But then your next time you can rotate that and then rotate this one.
Ooh, yeah.
And then we'd get it. So it actually worked out. Okay. That was everyone, right? You read. I talked to Fred.
I went last, yeah.
Okay.
And then ruined his protective wars.
Whoops! It appears that Doc Fisher has concluded her investigation of the victim's cabin and has moved her investigation to the observation deck. She has moved to the viewing room. Viewing room 2. Where's viewing room 2? Oh, so she's here now.
Hello, Dot.
The dirigible dips violently and plummets directly towards the ocean. The mythos event affects the investigator with the lowest strength.
Haha, not me.
3. So both of us. With the ship in freefall, you are tossed about the room and your limbs flailing until you finally land hard on the deck. Suffer 4 damage.
Ow!
Agility negates.
Oh, I'm even worse.
I'm going to use my focus to turn those into successes.
Yeah.
So 4.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess I take 2.
Okay. Here, I use my focus, so I'm taking 1. And that's a face-up damage.
Ew.
Ruptured eardrum!
Oh, no.
As after the splitting pain and partial deafness, you find that your balance is off. Roll 1 fewer die when resolving. And you take 2.
Yeah. Lasting injury! Blood oozes from the wound and trickles down your arm no matter what you do. Keep face up. No effect. Keep the card face up. And gut shot. All the breath leaves your body in a whoosh as the blow catches you in the stomach. You wheeze and gasp for air. Resolve immediately becomes stunned, then discard this card.
Alright. Okay.
You gonna finish the puzzle?
Yeah, let's go ahead and just have you fix that.
Yeah.
Attempt. And then you wanted to rotate.
Yeah.
So that's 1, 2. There we go.
Boom.
That's really cool.
Right?
Alright. The ship intercom has now been repaired. When you are confident that you have gathered enough evidence to make an accusation, you can contact Captain Pike. You will need to know what your key pieces of evidence are that link your suspect to the murder, as well as where that evidence was found. Okay, so that was one turn. Do you want to just talk to her and see what she's found?
Sure. Can I kiss him?
You could. Any idea what this ritual? How is the investigation going?
Yeah.
Doc Fisher nods as she scribbles down something in her notebook. I am starting to put together some pieces of the mystery, but I am still trying to find a pocket watch that belonged to William Rushford. Let me know if you find it. You consider showing her the pocket watch you found in Officer Butler's, but you remember that Captain Pike warned you not to trust anyone else. As you thank her for the information, she pauses and then reaches her hand out to give you something. You might need this when we confront the suspect. Do not worry, I have my own. Getting the 45 automatic common item.
Nice.
You're just like, thank you.
So you gave it to her?
No,
Oh.
no, it said Captain Pike said not to trust anyone.
Bam bam.
So he established a cult,
Yes.
tried to disband it in Arkham.
And then they've been...
They've been trying to kill him ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like they succeeded. The Asian guy, Arthur, has an occult ring that matches the dagger.
Oh, he does?
Oh no, it doesn't say that. I'm sorry. The what matched the dagger? Oh, the blood symbol.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
But he does have an occult ring.
He does have an occult ring. Okay.
He's got the red herring.
It's
It's too
probably-
obvious.
Right. Ethel is from a different time.
Right. I mean, there's so much attention is drawn to Ethel with all this.
Yeah, but here's my question. Because when she fixed the intercom, it said you have to be able to link evidence. Where would she get the dagger? When was she in the chapel? Like, she can't be in the chapel if she was delivering food, making the food and delivering it to Officer Butler.
Maybe it was Asian guy. Maybe that's what it is. All this is, maybe she is the red herring.
Yeah.
All this info, and we haven't found anything on this guy. He's just some strange rich-ass dickhead
Yeah.
with a fucking fancy
and
ring.
he was there before breakfast was.
Mm-hmm.
And he could be angry because it's just like, but he could also be angry because he's just like, God, murder's such an inconvenience to me and my money.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Cooper, I would completely disregard unless Fred Cooper's parents' death are in relation to the occult that William started.
Oh.
And he's like, you fucker, it's because of you that my parents died.
Could be it. That sounds
what-
juicy.
I mean, I love this game, don't get me wrong, but I might be giving the writers and designers a little too much credit on these kinds of scenarios. I can't think of the Doctor being any, like, and if she is, then this is just shit Game of Thrones Season 8 writing.
He says, my past coming back to an old Spectre, and the kid sitting there
Yeah.
with his parents all... Yeah, you've talked me into Fred Cooper.
So I'm going to talk to him again.
Okay.
Listen, Fred. Just
Tell me what happened this morning. Fred stares blankly at the wall across from him. I was in my cabin all morning until breakfast. Afterward, I decided to go to the chapel. He takes a long draw from his pipe, a sad look on his face. I saw the blood first. It was black and oozing everywhere. I am pretty sure I yelled for help, but after that, everything is a haze. Listen, I have studied rituals. He shifts uncomfortably and then takes a long draw on his pipe. The ritual that was started in that room. He pauses and his eyes glaze over for a moment. It is not natural. The blood was too dark, the symbol sinister. I do not know exactly what it does, but I can tell you that it is not good, not for any of us. As if on cue, lightning flashes outside the window. I gain a clue.
Okay, so he had a protective ward that was dispelled.
I'm going to talk to him about his parents. Tears start to well up in Fred Cooper's eyes. To this day, I still cannot explain it. We were walking home from dinner. I remember a dark lightning. I know it's disgusting. I remember a dark lightning flash, a sharp sting of pain in my temples, and his voice trails off. Fred Cooper squeezes his eyes shut. After taking a moment to compose himself, he turns to you, a haunted look on his face. I did not kill this man, but I've seen darkness like this before, and I know that whoever did kill this man has an evil purpose in mind. I suggest you find his murder as soon as possible, or this storm is going to get much, much worse. Gain one clue.
He seems pretty confident in his
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's very upfront, and he's the one who found them. He found the body.
Yeah. He went to the. I can't. It sounded good in theory that it was Fred Cooper, but I can't imagine.
Like in conversation, he just doesn't. He doesn't finger well.
Yeah. He doesn't finger
Too
well.
tight.
Can't
Yeah.
figure 'em.
See your. Never mind. So that was my turn. What do you want to do? We have 2 rooms you can go look at.
Yeah. Where does this lead?
That one leads to first class, the cabin of Arthur Holloway.
Here we go.
Oh well,
Let's do that.
All right. This is the cabin of Arthur Holloway III. Lavish furnishings are a stark reminder that you have entered a first-class cabin. The bedroom.
Symbol?
Same symbol as the rest. You probably have it.
What, the train?
No, the Yep, the mystic ball.
Kind of running low on those.
Are you? Okay.
Just bedroom? Oh,
Yep.
I do have it.
Told you.
Damn it.
Alright. The trash bin has torn up bits of paper inside it. I'm so glad I killed William Rushford. Oh, that was it? You may move 1 space in there.
Okay.
That was everyone? Everyone's
Oh, okay, wait a minute. Where'd I start?
You
Here?
started. You should be able to.
Sorry, I forgot. I'm stunned. I can only get 1 action.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, so I would only be able to move over there, and well, it's already open, so that'll have to just be an action later.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll just,
How do you get rid of stun?
it just goes away at the end of your turn.
It does,
I just
okay.
only get a single
So
action.
then just move in there.
Uh,
Just move up.
yeah, I guess I could. And then
Yeah, because then you'll be able to look, and then you're just all fucking wobbling like a fuck. Alright.
Right, I got gut punched. Okay,
Oh.
so that's done.
Diana Stanley's bones creak and become as brittle as stale bread. I suffer 2 face down. Oh god, come on.
Right. This is pretty.
2 face down damage and 2 horror. I'll negate a. Oh wait, no. I will negate a damage, and then I will only get 1 horror because I suffer 2 face down horror. And then flip 3 horror face up and become dazed.
Ew!
Yeah. Yep. I'm just like my knee. Alright, and then 3 horror face up. So, Steely Resolve. Oh, you swallow your fear and take a deep breath. Become focused.
Nice.
Alright, then flip this card face down. Alright. Nothing scares me.
That sounds weird.
Alright, so I'm focused and I'm dazed. What does dazed do? Oh, I can't spend clues to convert die. Oh, alright. Minor shock. Your heart races and your breath catches in your throat. No additional effect. And minor shock. Wow. Alright, I'll take that. I'll become focused. The Stargazer Majestic is tossed by fierce winds, throwing everyone aboard to the floor. Each investigator suffers 1 damage.
Just, there
Just
you go.
1 damage.
Minor injury.
Minor injury. All minor injuries. Only a flesh wound. You just take it. You find yourself entranced by the storm and the wind in the skies calling out your name. A strange and foreign thought fills your mind. If you killed everyone on board, the murderer would be dead too. You force yourself to breathe, panic setting in around you. Each investigator suffers 2 horror. Will negates. Yay!
Is it just a will?
Yep. Will
Not a
negate.
minus or anything?
No, a minus.
It's like it's 6 then.
Hell yeah.
Got it? Nice. You're good. Alright. You will not tempt us, demon! Alright.
You should see that one person that's like.
Oh, you're no longer,
Yeah, I tossed it.
You
already.
did? Okay.
Was that all the old journal?
Yes, it was.
Well, now I don't know what to do.
I'll go ahead and finish off what I was doing.
Okay, so
Move
you
in.
have to, well, you had to explore.
Right, so that's 1,
And then you get to
I'll
move in.
check that question.
The paper appears to be a torn up letter and photograph. With enough time, you should be able to attempt the puzzle to reassemble them. The puzzle is going to be observation.
Oh boy.
Boyskies.
So, this one is really cool.
Right.
Yeah. And we're getting a pretty good shot of my anus. Picture of my anus right on the...
Yeah, the picture puzzles are kind of neat. Sliding pieces together. It kind of clicks. You just get a vision. Not much else to say about it.
Yeah, tap on gold star.
Give me a tap on the old starfish. What's your observation?
4.
4. Well, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
Drink your wine.
No, it's pretty bad when it's warm.
That's all wine.
Yeah.
We'll continue to drink this and...
Can I have a sip? I want to see what it tastes like.
You haven't tried it yet? No. I thought I let you try it.
Oh, that doesn't connect at all.
That's good.
You drank that like a child.
Well, you know, I'm accident prone.
That's by far the best one. Because the cotton candy for me was like really good first time and then just kind of got worse. God!
I hate your
Your
opinions.
voice is so annoying sometimes.
Oh, I think I'm like.
Did you fuck it up?
I think I should be able to get it next time, but.
Okay.
But yeah, that was 4.
Okay. Well, you know, I mean, I can move in there and try. My
Sure.
observation's 4.
Okay, your turn.
You just, hey, Deanna.
It's all this ripped up shit!
Alright, I will give it a good old shot, because my observation's 4. I just undo what you did.
It's just a fucked up mess.
Alright. Let's see. So, is that the top? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it.
Awesome.
Awesome. Teamwork. Teamwork, baby. Teamwork. What the fuck are you doing over there, Silas?
I fixed
You did fix that. You managed to piece the letter and photograph back together. The letter is addressed to the doctor. It claims that the writer knows about the doctor's past and will expose it to the captain if she does not do what the author wants.
What past?
The
What?
photograph shows a large group of people gathered together, almost like a family picture. A face is circled in red, and the name Florence Stagg is scribbled across it. Upon close inspection, you realize that the circle faces of a much younger Dr. Rose Barnett.
What the fuck?
As you search the photograph for another familiar face, you see a young William Rushford at the center of the photograph, the rest of those gathered purposely surrounding him. You flip the photograph over and see a caption that reads, Rushford, Holloway, and Stagg Families, London, May 1887.
So it was the doctor?
You are just about to put the photo away when a face in the background catches your attention. A woman in a servant's outfit stands at the edge of the photograph, nearly out of frame. If the photograph was not over 40 years old, you would swear that the woman was Ethel Gibbs, the young stewardess aboard the Stargazer. Gain the photographic evidence unique item, then discard the search.
Damn, now...
After considering the information from William Rushford's journal alongside the photograph, you are convinced that someone related to this photograph killed William Rushford for fleeing the Starry Wisdom cult.
Why the fuck would it be them? Why would it be Ethel, though?
Okay. Alright, so this...
Hold on. Perhaps the people involved with the photograph can explain their relationship with the victim. In addition, you might also want to ask Dr. Rose Barnett about the blackmail letter.
Photographic.
Well, I can talk
yeah,
I can talk to Ethel because I'm right by her.
We're just like, hey Silas, some shit's going down. Like we just call. Sure, we have phones.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's ripped up paper in the rich guy's...
In the rich guy's cabin. But why would he rip it up?
But no, I mean, okay. So he's part of the cult.
Yep.
Rich guy's part of the cult. And it was in a bunch of ripped up shit in his...
In his bin.
Was he in that picture? Or was he referenced in that picture? Yeah.
Nope, he just has it.
So, but the doctor was
The
mentioned.
doctor and Ethel Gibbs is in the background. 40 years ago.
Right. She's Miss Weird Time Traveler chick that everything's just been weird about her.
Maybe
This is creepy, actually. It's just like, who the fuck is that?
Okay, and then, but then, okay, it said, a note that...
It was a blackmail letter. Like, hey, like, I'll threaten to expose your background if you don't confess.
Okay. Now, why would she want...
She was in the Starry Wisdom cult, which was created by William Rushford.
Right.
And he said, someone from my past is trying to kill me.
Right.
The doctor would know how to kill someone.
I mean,
That's
the
likely.
doctor we haven't talked. I mean, okay, yeah, we still don't really have a motive on the chick.
Ethel?
Yeah.
We don't have a motive, but she has been
Just-
around.
Yeah.
She's weird.
She's.
Yeah, but then like, oh, so the doctor is one to. Okay, so how long has the chick been there that this guy's so in love with her though? I mean, she's had to been on this ship. She couldn't have just been waiting for the guy this whole time.
Yeah.
And he just like stumbles up. Oh, I think I want to kill you. That's
we
kind of a long.
the officer can't be it. It's not his bodyguard, and it's not Fred. And I don't think it's the dickhead rich guy.
The doctor.
He's
we
just-
yeah.
So it has to be between Doctor and the Ethel.
Well,
and
why
the
don't we go
Ethel.
talk to him?
We can.
And then let's maybe we
It's
double
your turn,
shed.
so you're
Yeah.
We just, hey, is Ethel still on the fucking ship?
Yeah, I'm licking her right now.
You're licking her?
Yeah.
Okay. So, why are you in the photograph from 40 years ago?
I guess if that's the only option.
Well, it's not. Ethel Gibbs stares at the photograph, a look of deep sadness crossing her face. As she turns to you, you see a genuine fear in her eyes. That must be a picture of my mother. I heard that she worked as a maid in Arkham, but she died when I was really young. Tears start to streak down the young girl's face. If you will excuse me, I really must get back to work now. Gain one clue.
So she tears up, and she was crying earlier.
Yep, you can ask. Oh, you moved in there. Yeah, she's been crying this whole time. Why? That was everyone's turn, right?
What if she was in love originally with?
Nah, she because the letter was written to Butler, so she's been in love with Butler.
I said originally.
Oh, like from 40 years ago. Gotcha. Well, we're probably gonna become fucking sane before then. You are weary to the bone, and your strength is now ebbing. We flip 2 damage face up.
Oh no.
Just a scratch, no effect, and minor injury. So I'm good.
Minor.
All right. On the front observation window, one of the front observation windows shatters from the torrential onslaught, and the stinging wind blows through the dirigible. The vessel struggles to push forward against this new force. As the air around you darkens, you feel a malevolent presence within it trying to bend you to its will. You scream your throat raw as you force the being from your mind. Each investigator suffers 3 horror and 1 face-down damage. Will negate.
Fuck me.
I'm good. Oh wait.
3 face down horror.
Yep. 3 horror and 1 face-down damage.
Will negates. Will you give me 3 dice?
Oh, I negated it all.
Nice. How many dice do you need? Sure. 3. Okay. So I got 2 successes, so I will only take 1 horror. Minor shock. I am almost insane.
I'll take 1.
Okay.
You'll take 1.
Yes. Which means I am also almost insane. So.
Oops. Minor shock. It's our turn.
Alright, what are you at? You're 1 away.
I'm 1
You'll
away.
2.
Oh, thank you.
And that's my turn.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you. You're like, hey, listen to me.
Shit.
We're so close. I'm just like,
Alright, so are you able to get to the doctor?
oh, I'm no longer dazed.
Oh,
There you go.
and continues. It's a bit of a...
It's a trudge. We can
Yeah.
have Kat go.
I mean, I kind of like having her near the, the mission end point.
I know.
But I feel like I probably have to have the evidence or something, because you always have to have
Well, you always have everything. Okay, so let's go over the. Well, what do you want to do, babe? Sorry.
whatever works for you guys.
I think if you go talk to the doctor, or can you talk to him? You can.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, his family name is on the back of the photograph.
Oh.
So yeah, you can actually go 1, 2, and talk to him.
Oh yeah, that's a big fucking space.
Arthur Holloway III gives you an icy stare. Snooping around, were you? You must fancy yourself the clever sort. He takes it. You're like, pull out the harpoon. I'm sorry, what was that? He takes a draw on his cigar and then exhales in your direction. That was taken well before I was even born. I thought it would be of interest to our good doctor, though, her actually knowing the victim and all. Maybe you should be asking her these questions. As lightning flashes in the distance, he catches his reflection in the window. He straightens his jacket, then waves you off. Run along now, you are boring me.
You're boring me.
Any clue?
I guess it's the doctor. Because, like, I don't know.
It's the doctor or Ethel.
Well, I don't know. Ethel just doesn't have any attitude of a murderer right now. All she is.
Maybe she's terrified that she's gonna get caught.
Could be, but that's a weird way to be.
I mean, the doctor
Yeah.
had blood on
She's
her
still
shoes.
young. Yeah. Oh.
We could have originally thought, like, oh, well, yeah, of course she's
Yeah,
standing near
she's
the crime
fucking-
scene.
yeah.
But, like, what, was she kicking the dead body? Like, why was there blood?
Or maybe when she was drawing the symbols.
Yeah. And she's staff. She could easily walk through there.
She is staff. You are correct.
Because my original
But
thought
was she there before breakfast?
I have no fucking clue. I don't know.
Well, you know, let's actually.
Yeah, go with
Yes.
the beginning.
Let's look at our notes.
She grabbed a tasty croissant on her way through to
She
murder.
said, nothing makes me hungry.
What was her
like
name?
butter."
Dr. Rose Barnett is a crew member aboard the Stargate and serves as the ship's doctor. Dr. Rose Barnett claims to have been in her office doing paperwork all morning. She states that she went to the office to smoke a cigarette, then returned to her duties. She went to the office, which we found the blood.
Yeah, that's all she did, though, so no breakfast for her.
Dr. Rose Barnett talked about taking a cigarette break.
Yeah.
You found an old photograph showing a large group gathered around William Rushford. The teenage face of Dr. Rose Barnett is circled in red, and the name Florence Stagg is scribbled across it. The inscription on the back reads, Rushford, Holloway, and Stagg Families, London, May 1887. That's all we have on her.
Stag. We haven't heard that name in any other connection.
No, nothing
And
about Stagg.
what's Ethel's name? Gibbs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Gibbs.
she had a different name.
Yeah.
Maybe this is some long blood feud and she's
Yeah.
just been...
I mean, that's the part about detective work is we just have to speculate at some point.
But it had to be, you know...
That was everyone's turn. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like ran to. I'm running over there. All right.
It's time travel.
You are suddenly aware of the awful and unstoppable passage of time, obsessively dwelling on your ultimate mortal fate. We suffer 2 face-down horror. Will negates.
Oy, oy.
Yay! I'm good.
I literally
How many?
cannot
2?
take one more.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Isn't that a clue?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because I can't
I need to
take
go over there and start healing you.
It's okay.
Yeah, we were so. The storm reaches a crescendo as hail and wind assails the stargazer Majestic. The virident glow illuminating the sky begins to pulse in hypnotic rhythm with the lightning. Creatures swarm around the ship, threatening to tear it asunder. The wind shimmers black and leaves you with a feeling of oppressive dread. Each investigator suffers 4 horror.
God!
Damn!
Will
I
negates.
can't. I'm gonna take one.
You are gonna take one. Yeah, I'm gonna
So-
take.
Oh god. Oh! Did you say 4?
Yeah. Face up 2. Sudden shock. Drop 2 random items and so you fling up your hands to defend yourself, sending a few of your possessions flying. Drop 2 random items.
Okay, wait. Okay, so I'm taking 3. Is it face up or face down?
It's gonna be face up.
Jesus! Okay.
Oh, so I'm dropping 2 random items.
Terrible truths! The horrifying things that flash through your mind can be put to good use. Resolve immediately, gain the clue, and flip it face down. Nice.
So
Kleptomania. You do not understand why you need to keep stealing things, but you cannot help yourself. Keep face up.
maybe we'll talk to a fucking officer.
You end your turn in space with another investigator. Take
So
one
all your.
item at random.
Will you hand me the oh, that's sudden shock. Yep. Fraying nerves. You breathe deeply, but it fails to restore your calm. You feel as if the slightest thing will push you over the edge. Roll one fewer die when resolving an observation test. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I'm 1 away. So will you hand me the insanity cards?
You're insane.
Cat is. So you'll discard all your horror.
It's gonna be pyromania
Oh
again.
my god, if it is,
It's
I will.
always
I
pyromania.
think I took it out.
Oh.
I was like, if it is, I'm giving it back.
Maybe I didn't. I think I wanted to. No, well, that was
Yeah,
awful.
you always complain about it.
It's literally one of the worst cards.
But then you don't take it out.
Well, I steal things, and I panic, and suffer an additional face down damage. Well, I am 1 away from Crazy Town. Okay, we need to figure somebody, because this is going tits up.
Yeah, we're getting fucked. Oh shit. That is perfect. And then so you'll keep that a secret. You hear the sound of grinding metal from down the hall, followed by a large thud. The engine room door is now unlocked. A deafening screech reverberates throughout the ship, and you feel the deck give way beneath you as the ship lurches. The panicked voice of Captain Pike comes over the intercom. What in the Sam Hill was that? I've just lost all engines! A sinister cackle echoes from the engine room, followed by the familiar voice of Ethel Gibbs. It is too late, you fools! Neil Arthatep has returned, and all of you are my sacrifice to usher him into this world. Well,
It was Ethel all along!
You can never You can never hesitate in the who done it.
with the murderer revealed, you no longer need to inform the captain of your findings. If only you had uncovered the murderer's identity earlier. Perhaps you could have stopped them from advancing their sinister plans. A crash is heard throughout the ship as an observation window is shattered. A hunting horror lands on the deck, wings folded in as they look about the room, searching for prey. Oh, you were right. You were right from the beginning.
What did we say that we should go with our ghosts? Yeah, we did. Okay.
I don't even know that anymore. Alright, a hunting horror. Let me find the AI. It's right here. Okay. Hunting horror.
Well, Cat, this is where you step up, or you're in Crazy Town, so we don't know what you want to do.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're just like, look at that. You just jump out the window.
Neat.
Oh, thanks, Dot. Alright. Here we are. An old hunting horror. Wait, is that,
That's the big flying one, the worm.
Yeah, I know. I just needed to know. Okay, so it's gonna be in here. It's gonna be in here somewhere. I think.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, that's not in here. Neat. What the hell? What would that be then? These are literally the worst miniatures ever fucking made. And the worst way to fucking... There it is. Okay, sorry, I thought there was like a... Boop. Also the worst way to... Alright. So... Screams of terror emanate from those gathered on the observation deck. Several passengers run towards the cabins while others dive for cover. Remove all persons from the board.
Jesus.
3, 4, 5. Alright. Defeat the murderer and repair the sabotage engines in order to survive. Hunting Horror moves 3 spaces towards the investment. Yep, totally attacks you. The creature coils one of its myriad appendages around you. Strength.
I'm the strongest. That's not true. I need one more.
Right there. You need 2 successes.
Hell yeah.
Do you want to spend them? Okay.
I don't need them anymore.
Okay. If you pass, you manage to force your way free of its writhing grip. You need to suffer. You need to do a horror check against it. And the creature vomits out a fleshy pink pulp that you fear might have once been a person.
Oh.
Suffer 3 horror. Will negates.
I go insane again.
No, I think if you go insane again, 2. And they're face up.
I die if I go insane again.
I believe if you go insane again, yeah, you do die, and then we have one more turn to minor shock that goes.
Hysteria. Resolve immediately. Flip 1 damage face up. And then flip this.
Yeah, minor shock will also get flipped face down.
Okay, that's
It is our turn. I am going to open the engine room. Alright, it's actually going to be a big one. As you enter the engine room, you notice a black mist has filled the room and the wind whips about as if alive. Discard the export. So engine room, and it's going to have a train. That's not it either. Nope, 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 nope.
something outside that does, I think. God, they won't separate. Okay.
Found it. Alright, will you help me move? Across the room, Ethel Gibbs is drawing arcane symbols in the air while chanting in a strange tongue, spawn a cultist as indicated. Cultist!
God.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad that we fucking...
Pussyfooted the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what if we literally... Yeah, at the very beginning, you're like, it's her. Like, we should have just walked up and be like, hey, Captain, it was Ethel.
You know, I don't think we've had much luck with these fingering, game modes.
No,
Pick a
because
person.
they, they constantly make you second guess yourself the entire time, and then, and since it's on a timer, you're like, okay, well, let's get all the evidence, and then...
It's like, oh! So that's Ethel in.
Yep. Segments of piping have been torn from their moorings and scattered around the floor.
Thanks.
And then I may now move one space in there. Okay. Should I go attack her? Or should I go after the pipes?
Well,
I think I have to do both.
yeah, she gonna attack you, so,
I won't be able to attack her this turn.
mhm.
So I'll just move into the pipes. No! My battery's almost dead. So did we all go? You have not gone.
Nope.
And Kat hasn't gone either.
Yeah. I might just heal, because I'm next to crazy.
Okay. Alright, and then Kat, you want to attack?
Hell yeah.
So attack the monster. Attack. Alright, you attack him with a firearm.
Hell yeah.
At the sight of the beast, your hands begin to shake and you struggle to reload your weapon. Will.
That's not true. I've done both.
Clip just falls out.
Yeah, cool.
Neat! If you fail the ammunition clouds to the ground, you fall to your knees to collect it.
Horrible.
So would you like to attack again?
Sure.
Loath to trust your aim at range, you resolve to stand your ground until the monster moves closer. As it does, your hands begin to tremble. Will.
God.
Me.
You're fucking useless.
Will's my best
What?
asset. It's been so Will.
Oh, you got it.
Hey.
It's literally been just all or nothing.
Yeah, if you pass, an unfamiliar calm possesses you and you recognize your opportunity to take it. Suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test result, which gun were you shooting at? So, 7 damage.
Damn. How much health
Probably
does this
got,
sucker
like,
have?
12.
Nice. It's a good hit.
Yep, alright. That was it. Now it's our turn, or their turn, right?
Yep.
There's no way.
Mhm.
No.
Water.
You hear the steel frame of the gondola begin to bend and the wooden decking in the observation deck starts to splinter. With a sudden snap, the front of the dirigible is ripped apart and sucked into the void raging below. Each investigator and each monster in the viewing room, 1, 2, and 3, moves to the nearest space in the exhibit 1.
That's me.
And takes a boatload of damage.
Each investigator who moved suffers 4 damage.
Uh-oh.
Strength negates.
Oh. You mean...
Does the monster take any damage?
No.
Oh.
Then
Well, that's some-
discard.
Bullshit.
God.
1, 2, 3. Oh, so I'm only getting 1.
Is it 1? So face up.
Grievous injury. Suffer 1 additional face down damage. Oh boy, that sucks.
Okay.
I'm dying and I'm so sorry.
Are you injured?
Well, I guess Silas is gonna die.
Yeah.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you have 9 health.
But I'm innocent.
Alright, the hunting horror moves 3 spaces. It's going to attack you. The creature circles up into the air above you, then drops a heavy stone down upon your head. Suffer 3 face down damage, but strength plus 1 negates. Will you give her a die?
Strength plus 1. Woo! No, I get to keep that.
Oh, I think they got discarded anyway when I walked in there.
Oh.
So you're wounded,
Wounded.
and crap. Oh no, you'll get wounded,
Not
and then
going well for Silas.
that's why I hate dice games.
There you are.
Ethel Gibbs moves toward 2 space, so she's gonna attack me. Fine, bitch. 2. Ethel Gibbs fends you off with a staff, shuffling forward with care. Oh, she has 23 health.
Oh, that's great.
This isn't happening.
This was a pretty sweet cult. Maybe we should join.
Yeah, observation. Can I have 4 dice? Oh, no damage. If you pass, you stand your ground and offer to no chance to attack. Yay! So, Kat, you need to make a horror check against that.
Excellent. How can this go wrong?
The creature makes a strange whistling noise that pierces through the din of flapping wings and whipping tail. Will.
Cool. That's my best asset. Like, you know.
Well, I mean, all horror checks use will. So.
Well, I'm still saying it's my best asset. Here we go.
Pass. If you pass, you cover your ears and wait for the sound to fade. And I need to do a horror check against her. The cultist laughs a deep, joyous laugh. The sound echoes all around you. Will. Wow. Yay! I just need 1 success. If you pass, you cannot fathom what could be so funny. Okay, our turn.
You're not funny.
I'm gonna zip on in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm here.
Okay.
Bang, bang.
Okay, you want to shoot it?
Yeah, sure.
I'll help with my luggage.
Okay.
Okay, firearm.
Yeah.
You fire relentlessly, spraying the room with lead. Agility. There you go. And I'm assuming you're using the automatic.
Yeah.
The 45 automatic.
Yeah,
Okay.
obviously. Wait, no, I'm using the pocket watch.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Alright.
5. No.
If you pass, your shots wreak havoc on your foes. Any number of monsters within range suffer damage equal to the weapon's damage plus 2. 6?
Yeah.
You killed it.
Oh, well, then I went the wrong direction.
It's okay.
You knew, yeah, you should have went the other way. You knew she was almost going to kill it.
Well, then let's
Oh,
say you did.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
I went the other direction to help you.
It was obvious.
Okay. Alright. So that was 1 attack, so you can also move.
Well, hang on. I'm injured. You cannot perform the move action more than once each round. Okay, so yeah. Just making sure. I didn't read it.
Okay. So, was that already your turn? Was that your turn
That
moving?
was 2 moves.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Alright, my turn. I guess I'll attack her.
Yeah.
Because we need to kill her and,
Save the cat.
yeah, I mean, I could evade and try and do the thing.
Well, you do have the spell for that, don't you?
Yeah.
And you get like.
Mist of Relay. You shroud yourself in mystic vapors. Cyclopean shapes loom in the mist. Oh, thank God. If you pass, you slowly recognize images of the sunken city. Gain 1 clue. So did I? If you would resolve an evade check, you may flip this card instead. So did I not evade?
No, you flipped it, you did the success, you got
Gotcha.
the clue, and
Okay.
you evaded.
Great. And I gained another Mist of Relay. Alright, so I evaded, so I'm going to go after the pipe. Attempt to resemble the engine pipes. You notice a small toolbox against the wall. With some time, the right tools, and a little bit of elbow grease, you should be able to repair the pipe assembly enough to keep the ship in the air. Great! That sucks! Actually. Yes, that very much sucks. Well, does it?
No, it's just like the wire thing.
No, I know, but it's like I need to be able to. My strength is 3. Oh wait, no. I resolve an evade check. That's not an action to evade. It's I have to evade if I'm doing something else. So let's do that. Let's do that. Awesome. Did it.
Nice.
Well, that was easy. Yeah, those are pretty easy. You slide the last piece into place and immediately hear the engine hum as the ship rights itself. You still have to subdue Ethel Gibbs in order to stop the ritual, but at least you're not falling from the sky. Great. Alright. I'm just like, just like, spread, yeah, just, and mist shows up, and then I'm like, tools. Screw this.
Okay, is this the range? Is this a 3x4? Is
I'm
this
I'm pulling out the map.
It's a 6mm.
Alright, and then I will.
Wish my husband was here.
Then I will attack her with a bladed weapon. Recognize this, fucker! Your opponent catches your wrist. Your blade stopped mere inches from its flesh. You struggle to press the blade home.
She does recognize it.
Yay!
Crips.
If you pass, your enemy's defense gives way and your weapon bites deep. The monster suffers damage equal to your test result plus 1. 4 damage. I will take that. Okay. That was everyone, right? If we can survive. Skittering and creeping, 100,000 spiders emerge from their hiding places. Silas Marsh scrambles to avoid the worst of their bites. Agility. There you go. There you are.
Hey, you're good at agility.
But am I good at it?
And is she really? She has been quite fucked.
Ah! My one success.
Oh, we've got like no clues.
Yep.
I hate spiders so much that I just didn't want to run away from them.
If he fails, he receives many bites, and the venom makes the world wrap around him. Suffers 1 face down damage and 2 horror, and becomes stunned.
I hope you guys are close to winning the game.
Well, we would have to. If you go insane again, we would literally have one more turn.
I know, because I was like, oh, because I'm close to ending it for you.
So she's going to attack me again. Ethel Gibbs raises a staff and swings down at you with a forceful, sweeping motion. Agility! Boom! Damn!
Nice.
Yeah! If you pass, you duck and narrowly dodge the blow. So I have to resolve a horror check against her. The cultist steps from the shadows, revealing dark sockets where eyes should be. A gray worm emerges from one and slithers back into the other. Oh, alright. Oh, thank God, okay. Boom! So, I do not go insane. Oh no, I'm 2 away. Our turn!
Okay, you want to move to my space cat and I can try and heal you up a little
God damn it.
in case another...
Damn.
heal you, I guess, too.
I would like you to come in and help me fight her.
Okay.
Then
I
in
can heal you
that
one.
case, I'll also come.
You have firearms, you don't have to go that far.
Oh.
Do you have any weapons?
Maybe not. I have a luggage.
Yeah, so please come in and beat the shit out of her with that luggage.
What have I got to lose?
You gonna attack her? What is it? Is it
Well,
a...
what's her health at?
Fire 'em.
well, it's at 19.
Okay. Well, I just didn't want Cat to go insane before we could finish her off.
Piece of cake, I can do
Because
it.
if she takes another horror check and it's bad, I wanted to give her a buffer.
Worst case scenario, it could be fire.
Well...
What's the risk you're willing to take?
We'd have one more turn, which would mean 2 attacks from me, 2 attacks from you, and 2 attacks from her.
They have to be perfect.
Yeah. Sure.
Is that a heavy weapon?
Yep. Oh, I guess I'll take then.
You drive your weapon towards your enemy's foot in an attempt to hobble it. Strength.
And...
Hold on.
Oh. Is this a...
It's equal to the weapon's damage.
That's all I'm gonna get?
Yeah.
Oh. Then it was a 2 to succeed.
1.
Oh,
You
then I
get
got
1
it.
success, yeah. If you pass, I read ahead to see if you wanted to spend 2 clues to increase damage, but if you pass, the figure's foot is crushed on, against the ground, suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage.
Luggage!
How much?
2 damage.
Okay. That was it, right? That was everyone's turn?
Yep.
Alrighty. You hear the sound of something tearing through the bulkhead on the port side of the ship. With an unearthly screech, the walls of the crew lounge are ripped apart from the outside. Each investigator and each monster in the lounge moves to the nearest space. So none of us are in the lounge. What the hell? Suddenly, the huge form of a star spawn smashes through the wall and into the hall. Its tentacles writhing about as it's searching for prey.
Well, maybe we could just kill her.
We'll win if we kill her. Star spawn. And then I need to find S's right here. That's a star vampire. Those things also suck.
Oh, by the way, star spawn.
Here it is.
Just imagine being like a passenger on this dirigible and like you're not involved in the occult in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you're like the squeakies. Star spawn! So it moves up to 2 spaces as okay, so it's gonna attack each investigator within range. So you and me. Ethel Gibbs mumbles a dark chant. You feel something writhing from your skin, opening old wounds. Suffer 2 face down damage. Strength -1 negates.
This an attack?
You and me. Yep. Strength -1 negates. Great! So I take 1 damage.
2?
Yep.
Hey.
Take 1 damage and flip 2 damage face up. So let's go ahead.
Do I still have to flip if I took damage?
Yes. Oh no. If you didn't, you still then flip 2 damage face up. Minor injury and minor injury. Star Spawn moves 1 space and does nothing. And then it moves 1 more space. It technically can't fit through the door. Alright. So everyone has to resolve a horror check against her. Cultist whispers a message that only you can hear. Your friends seek to slay you. Will.
I'm good at will.
I'm good.
Maybe like. What do I need
What
to
was
have?
it?
1 success.
Okay.
There you go.
Shit.
Don't look.
Yes. I'm like, come on.
Nobody walks the dice. They get nervous.
Okay. Alright. It is our turn.
You want me to pop her?
Please do.
Pop.
Yep. You're gonna attack her with a firearm.
Yes.
I feel like she would have been better off, like, keeping her mouth shut and just letting Nyarlathotep kill us. It's like, why do you have to just, announce everything? That's why you lose. That's why bad people lose. They never just do the logical thing. They're like, hey, notice me in my grand scheme, and why you escaped and killed me. Cool.
Okay. Alright. You drop to 1 knee, take aim, and fire. Agility.
Hell yeah.
Believe in you. Okay. If you pass, your shot punches clear through the figure and impacts behind it. The monster and another monster in space suffer damage equal to the weapons. So 4.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna attack her again?
Yeah.
Okay. Attack with a firearm. It is so much easier to shoot the enemy from a comfortable distance than to engage in unseemly fisticuffs. Agility. Thank God we gave her the guns.
3.
Okay. If you pass, you brought a gun to a knife fight. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage. So 4. Okay. Now I'm going to attack her with a bladed weapon. Your opponent rushes forward and you lift your blade to receive the charge. Awesome. If you pass, you hold steady and your foe runs into your weapon. Suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage. Okay. And I will attack her with a bladed weapon. You swap your weapon from hand to hand, circling your foe and looking for an opening. Well, when you find one, you lunge forward with a diabolical speed.
Bitch!
Who's the real cultist?
If the monster suffers damage equal to your test result. Sure. No, I'm gonna make it. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll do that. So, 3. Okay, your turn.
Luggage time!
Heavy weapon.
Yep.
You swing your weapon in a circle, momentum carrying it towards your foe. Agility.
Go undergarments!
She's been shot, stabbed, and about to be beaten.
What's the test?
Turn that into a success.
Sure.
You need to. It's 2 successes. If you pass, the head of your weapon connects, sending your enemy reeling. Monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test result.
4.
Killer.
Nice. With the luggage! And it explodes open in my nasty underwear.
I'm just like, and then Cat's just like, blah, blah. And then you're like, she's reeling back, she's like falling, and then you just crush the back of her head with your luggage. It's great. Ethel Gibbs staggers to the floor, all strength gone. All at once, the storm subsides and the black wind disappears, returning the sky to its normal shade of blue. The investigation is complete. All right.
With the storm gone, the Stargazer Majestic manages to limp back to Arkham. After you finish providing your statement to the local authorities, Captain Pike approaches you and expresses his gratitude for your efforts in saving the lives of everyone on board.
Except Ethel.
You cannot help but feel that you missed an opportunity to learn more about the organization behind William Rushwood's murder. How did they find him? What made them hunt him for years? You spend days reliving the events of that voyage, wondering if you could have done more.
But we succeed.
And that, stop screen recording. And that was Mansions of Madness, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Click the eye to go to the discussion. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching this, and if you like this video, then click the subscribe button below to enjoy any video that I put out. And right next to that subscribe button is a little bell. Click that so you get notified of whenever I actually upload these videos. If you want to support the channel, you can definitely visit my Patreon page. The link is in the description below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.